beautiful gemstones. Welcome to Wednesday night. I almost said chillax and chat live, intuitive oracle. I got so caught up by the music. I was like, yeah, I was jamming. So couple of things right off the bat. I want to give a shout out to Temu. You guys know how much I love them. I love these new colored hairs I've been buying, and the clothes have just been amazing and tremendous, except for one thing, these sticky notes that I bought. There's nothing sticky about these notes. Something was touching my face. I'm not cool with the misidentifying. What is that? Something keeps tickling my face. Ow. And then thank you so much. Thank you. And then I also want to say I found Core cucumber water, the green one, on sale at Amazon, down from $57 to $29.90 something cents. And I was at my mom's and they did have it in the shop right. And I was like, you know what? No need to buy it. I've got a case waiting for me at home. And then I opened the case and they sent me grapefruit. The only thing they can do is refund my money onto my Amazon account. And no, I can't still have the discount if I reorder the cucumber. So screw you, Amazon. Casey Bolin in the house. All right. Stick around then. Everybody else. Oh my goodness, Miss Arisha. Now, Arisha, when I refer to you in the videos, because I do refer to you and your twinny there, Miss Tennille, would you prefer I use McCoy or Haynes? Because I said McCoy and then I saw that you were Haynes and I was like, oh, I don't want to call you by the wrong name. So just let me know, because I know how frustrating that would be. Lotus girl, she beat you to it and you didn't even have to remind her. She's getting serious about Gemma Jade. Oh, yeah. I feel like my hair looked way better when I wore it like this yesterday, but I'm going to try not to focus on that too much, because this actually is a really nice piece. And I wore it yesterday with my Gemma Jade tank top. And I felt really comfortable in it. And then for some reason, I'm just not feeling it today. But it is what it is. I've got so many new ones. You guys are never going to know which color hair I'm going to have. Most of them are ponytail clips. But I did want to try one that is, okay. Then, that's fine. And you don't have to share it all. But that's why I was asking, just to make sure that, because like in the previous video that I just put out Monday, I did refer to you as Arisha McCoy, because I hadn't even noticed that you were Haynes. You're Arisha, so forgive me for that, but I will definitely be referring to you as Arisha Haynes going forward. And that's why I wanted to clarify. No biggie. And I hope you can forgive me for that. I really just wasn't sure. And I didn't know. I didn't see it till afterwards. So yeah, I've got some of these little clip-ins. The one I have now is like burgundy, where it's for like when my hair is down, because I like to wear my hair down. So all types of really awesome stuff coming from Temu as far as the hair pieces. I'm excited about it because then I don't have to do anything permanent to my hair. Yeah. Lotus girl, beautiful soul, blue, Crossroads, Josephine Van Dam, the Bat Mom. Hello, lady. Multifaceted Jules, what is up, sweetheart? Don't think I forgot about you. I've only been able to do 2 readings a day the past few days because it's been hectic and crazy. RJ did graduate preschool last Friday, and it was the most adorable thing in the entire world. And I'm just so proud of him. And I was crying, and you'd think he was like graduating college and leaving me forever. It was hysterics. But have had a lot going on, plus the other work that I do. So I didn't forget that you wanted a Celtic Cross Tarot. So it is coming, and I'm getting them out as fast as possible. I was trying to have them out before July 1st, but they're going to come between the 1st and the 6th, and that's the best that I can do for everybody. And Edna, what is up? And welcome, Chillin' Charlie. Hey. Yeah, so we would have been here a few minutes earlier, except Vixen Doe, what's up, girl? We were backstage, and I knew the question I was going to ask would be really dumb, but I never understood the logistics of it. What's up, Richard Elmore? New England Dirt Roadie, what up, boo? And anyone else that I missed? I don't think I missed anyone. I never understood why we couldn't just print more money and then say that it's that it's not worth less. I mean, if you print more money, it's not worthless; it's worth less. And I always had this idea of like, why can't we just print more and say that it's worth the same? So Ghost Dragon was explaining to me, obviously, like the value of $1, and he put it in terms that I can understand. I'm smart with a lot of things, guys, but economics is not really one of the things that I'm very, very good with. And he was explaining, if you have a rare comic book, it's rare. It's worth a lot of money, presumably. And if 100 other people have that same rare comic book, it's no longer rare. So that's why we're a little late tonight. Let me bring him in.
Hello.
Yeah, go figure. Blue loving the blue.
Blue loving the blue.
Okay. I do have a new deck. As usual, I'm not really, it's good. It's all right. It's okay. I'm not really impressed with it. I'm not wowed by it, but it is a pretty good one by Colette Baron Reed. I really do like her. I like her stuff. So, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. You guys can't see it from where y'all are sitting, but I've got the butterfly necklace from our dearly departed friend, Miss Shauna, up here to keep us company and keep us protected tonight. And I'm also wearing her bracelet, which I can't tell what's on this. I think it's a dragon on this bracelet. And thank you, Blue Crossroads, for sending me some of her stuff so that I can wear it and honor her during streams and videos and all that stuff. So really meant a lot to me. We can print our own. Yeah, Batmom, believe it or not, funny story. My dad learned that the hard way. And I learned it the hard way by trusting my dad when he'd be like, hey, Gems, can you break a 20? And I'd be like, why do you have all these 20s? And why do you always need them broken? And then I realized it's because he was passing counterfeit money through me because nobody would suspect me while he, on the other hand, was a criminal. So let's just get started. And yes, it is. It was very sweet. I got the sparkly bracelet that RJ just fell in love with. I didn't wear it today, even though it would have went perfectly with this dress that I'm wearing. But I will. I'll bust it out and I'll show it to you guys. And it meant a lot to me. It means a lot to me that you would trust me with her stuff, that that I'm going to keep it and not lose it or drop it somewhere, and that, I can't wait to wear the boots. It's summer, so I probably won't be wearing them. But as soon as I wear them come fall, I am going to post some pictures of me in them because they are gorgeous boots. And now I have the extra buttons and the little policeman pin. RJ was like gaga over that. So I did give it to him, but I'm holding on to it for him so that he doesn't lose it. And it was so funny because I got RJ. It's like the ambulance, and there's a tow truck, and there's a helicopter, and all these different emergency type vehicles. And when we went back for the final one, which was the police vehicle, they did not have them anymore. And sure enough, Blue Crossroads sends a little gift for RJ for his graduation, and it is that same police vehicle. Which that worked out great, and a little SWAT teddy bear you and Shauna sent him last time that he still has, by the way, because even during his graduation they all had to go around and say what they wanted to be when they grew up, and amid all of the doctors and veterinarians and pirates, RJ still wants to be a police officer. So, or like he calls it, I want to be the police. So he wants to be the entirety of the police. Who's first? Arisha, right?
Yep.
All right. Arisha, I'm going to use the Oracle of the Mermaids. I feel like I don't use this deck often enough because I just don't think of it, because I have like 4 mermaid decks and all of them are disappointing except this one by Lucy Cavendish. Through Kids Lemonade Stands. You got to pick something like that, right? Even though I don't see many lemonade stands anymore. The book fair. I probably passed so many counterfeit bills unknowingly at the book fair when I was little. He's actually a bit of a corrupt cop already. I really have to stick him on the straight and narrow, my son. He, I'm arrested, and then the next thing I know, I'm on the ground being tased. So it's fun. What's up, Melissa Nicole? I wore all of my Gemma Jade merch. My mom wore her merch out to the mall the other day. It was so awesome. And RJ RJ received his little shirt and he just loved it so much. So thank you again, Jive Creations. Guys, just so you know, I think as of this time last week, it wasn't ready yet, but www.jivecreations.com. The site is in the description box, but for some reason, it's not coming as a link. But the name of the site, jivecreations.com, is up and running, not just for Gemma Jade merch, but for anything and everything else customizable that you would like Arisha to do. But if you want some Gemma Jade merch, go on in there and shop Gemma Jade merch. Seriously, everything under $40, including shipping in the United States. I think that's pretty good. We tried really hard. My biggest thing is getting my merch out there and seeing people and like, you know, like I said, I think in one of the videos, like across the country in California wearing it. Don't tase me, bro. I'll have to check it out. The 7.5. All right. Smoochy, smoochy. Ooh. Somebody got this last week as well. I remember this card. I don't remember who got it, though. The Unseen. Arisha, too much is hidden from you. Yep. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Definitely do, guys. Please go check it out. Show your support that way. You, as most of you know, I've reiterated it many times. This has been a dream come true for me, something I've been dreaming on and trying to get help with for a couple of years at least. And as you know, the last time I did merch, it really flopped. It was a really bad system. I was not working with the right people, nor did I have any oversight over anything that was going on. So don't take that experience where I had to use major companies like Etsy and Printify to be the experience with my merch. This is all done by Jive Creations, by Arisha. And you know, you can trust her. She's a gemstone. So Arisha, I don't know who got this last week, but someone did. More information is needed, and we urge you to verify what you are told for yourself and to only believe the evidence of your personal firsthand experience. Too much is unknown, so we ask you please to test the waters, find out what lies beneath what is being shown to you. It's easy to jump in sometimes without examining what lies beneath the surface. At this time, you are being asked most sincerely to examine more deeply what's there, because there's much information that has yet to come to light, as humans say. There may be rocks large and sharp, and it could be dangerous for you to dive. There may be sticks and debris in the water. There may be shallows where it seems to be deep enough to leap. Before you go ahead, the mermaids are waving, urging from their watery homes for you to measure twice, cut once. Ask others who have experienced the same place and people what their advice would be. I think Lindsay got this last week. Gray Wolf, maybe. It's absolutely necessary for us to live with enthusiasm and innocence, but at this time, we mermaids are encouraging you to ask for advice from experienced others and to use your blessed common sense and not put yourself in danger, for there are potential dangers about in these circumstances. Look out for hidden clauses in contracts, Arisha. Trusting because it feels right as part of wishful thinking. Have building inspections or examinations, have a routine checkup, and do not engage in surgery or invest in something because it's exciting and new. Roger Blair, what's up? Think carefully before taking up with new people and their proposals. Consider what lies beneath the surface, because there are rocks, there are currents, and there is debris, and there are dangers, and only those who know these waters will be able to help you. Also, use your own powers, measure the depth of commitment, carry out a survey so you come to understand far better the place you're about to go, and do not feel bad about doing so. It may seem far less romantic and idealistic and may rob you of a moment of charm and heightened delight, but it may save broken limbs, deep cuts, great hurts, and even irreparable injuries or damages. Trust the mermaids on this. They have been below, and they know far better than you or me what lies beneath this particular situation. So right off the bat, I am seeing someone trying to get involved in your business. Whether it be Jive Creations or anything else that you're doing, okay? Somebody sees what you're doing and wants a piece of it. Arisha, did you get this card last week? I'm trying to think of who got this card, and I'm thinking Gray Wolf, but that had to have been a personal because she wasn't here. Because I remember saying, like, I think an ex is seeing how good you're doing and circling around, trying to get involved. That's the same message I'm getting right now. there is someone lurking, Arisha, and they want a piece, not of you, but of what they believe you have or are capable of obtaining. I gave the example of my friend who I was friends with since kindergarten. And once I became an addict, you know, he was the last friend I had left. And as soon as he saw that there wasn't going to be anything romantic because my attraction was to my drug of choice, he abandoned me and didn't talk to me again until he started seeing me all over YouTube. And then it's like, hey, what's up? Oh, I can do merch for you. And then he like, I won't go to dinner with him because I don't cheat on my husband. And he leaves and doesn't pop up for a month later when he's like, hey, do you remember I can help you with merch if you come out to dinner with me? I'm seeing that type of energy here. Like somebody's trying to charm you. But unfortunately, it's as much as you may want to go along with it because it almost seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. When something seems too good to be true, it's usually haunted. That's what I always say, right? How many times do you hear people say, it was the house of our dreams. We were wondering why it was such a great price. Yeah, it's haunted. What I would say for the next week or two, Arisha, and in fact, what I want to say to you, I haven't done your personal yet. You're on list for tomorrow, is for the entire month of July, before you sign any contracts, really look over them. Make sure to read every single little detail. Also, if there's an ex-boyfriend, an ex-husband, an ex-friend, an ex-employer, anybody from the past coming back into your life right now, be very, very wary of their intentions, of why they're coming back, of why they're suddenly showing this interest when they betrayed you or treated you like garbage or whatever they did to you in the past. There's a reason this person is no longer in your life. Okay. Yes, this card is kind of creepy.
Yes. Just did her sister.
So Roger Blair asked, anyone getting any of the smoke from Canada? We're getting a little here in Eastern Kentucky, but not too bad. So I don't know if you saw any images of New York a few weeks ago. I'm in New Jersey, but I'm in northern New Jersey, so I'm about 45 minutes from Manhattan, maybe a little closer. It was really bad. I could not breathe. I had to close my windows between that and allergies. I have asthma and I'm a vapor. It was terrible. I think we're still getting it here, except that there's been like tornado warnings and it's been just this foul, very inclement, terrible weather. The rain is kind of washing it away, the rain and the wind. So I don't know. And I don't leave my house normally. So I don't really know. From what I see, it still looks very dank and dreary. It's like the town that dreaded sundown. The sky is like orange. And ghost dragons, Arisha, hold that thought. Ghost dragons, you want to tell them your experience this morning with the Canada smoke?
Oh yeah. We've getting it bad lately, but we've been lucky because we've had high winds and the rain, so it keeps it down. Well, last night the air got real still, and I didn't think anything about it. And finally got some sleep and got up about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I went out to do Tai Chi, and I thought it was foggy. I didn't even think about it. I'd already woken up with a bloody nose, and it did. It just looked foggy, and I got out and started doing my thing and started taking some good deep breaths and stuff. And next thing I know, I got sicker than a dog. My eyes started burning, and I realized it was nothing but smoke. I literally live 3 houses from the cemetery. I mean, I could literally jump a fence, and be in the cemetery. You couldn't even see the cemetery.
Wow.
You couldn't even see the third person's house. You couldn't even see the house before the cemetery. That's how bad it was.
Jules, that's crazy. Indiana is ranked 5th worst state for Canada smoke air quality today. We have a few gemstones in Canada, so we've got to keep, if you don't pray, at least send out love light. If you do pray, continue praying. Arisha says, I haven't been able to pinpoint last week and this week's reading. Listen, it may not come to you. I always say these readings are for a week or two, but I'm pretty sure I pulled that same card or at the very least that same message for you in the past 2 weeks at some point. Okay. This person may not have resurfaced yet. Either that or it's somebody who is like on the periphery, like maybe, and I'm just using this as an example, they said hi to you on social media 2 weeks ago and you just said hi back and that was the end of that. They're circling like a vulture. Okay. You have something they want. Their motives are not true. Their intentions are not pure. Somebody also in your life already is keeping something from you. And I do believe I'm getting more of it having to do with work, but it could also be in matters of the heart. Doesn't have to be love. It could just be something or someone you care about greatly. Maybe they're not telling you, something that's going on with their health. There are secrets being revealed. And let me just check. When is a full moon? In July. So the full moon is my baby's birthday, July 13th. So figure around the 14th, 15th, 16th. That's when all of this is going to start coming to light. So still a few weeks. Yeah, we have a few weeks for you, Arisha, for this to really build with this person, for you to start understanding it. But by the 16th of this month, 17th at the latest, you should know exactly what this is. And whatever that secret is, it's going to come out one way or another. Miss Lotus Girl. So sorry, guys. I know that sound is gross, but I can't help it. I have my windows open. It's raining. The ragweed in New Jersey this year is just, I can't even describe it. I don't even have allergies. I've never had allergies in my life, and I can't breathe. So, Lotus, I'm going to use the new one, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. I think right now, everybody honestly should be doing I'm not going to take that. Actually, I should take it because it jumped out. You're very welcome, sweetheart. A cleansing, a purging of things that we are not using. I've been doing personals for the past few days. And it's like, everybody's getting this message. Spring cleaning in summer. Guys, if you're holding on to things because you feel like some sort of obligation that it's something you should be keeping, get rid of it. Yeah, sometimes I won't take them though because I can't tell which way they fell, but something's telling me it doesn't matter on this one. And I've only used this deck twice. I used it to do one card reading for me, and I pulled 3 cards for a Patreon. The Dragon's Duel, Inner Conflict, Morality, Conscious Choice. This might be one of the ones in this deck that has no shadow side. Yes, I was right. I knew it because I could tell, because no matter which way you turn it, the dragon ends up being right side up. It is card number 23, my lucky and favorite number. Lotus, the Dragon's Duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. It's both ally and challenger at once, as it represents the tension of opposites. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another may call to you to change direction. Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul that's leading you. There are always choices in life. Decision making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between 2 dragons, the one that you choose to feed will be the one that wins. This is a card I pulled for myself. I remember, if you're torn between 2 dragons, which is it? If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feed the other, and the duel will be won in your favor regardless. So, I feel so disgusting every time I do that. Okay. Hopefully that's it for a little bit. Yeah. So, Tennille, what this card is basically saying, and this is the message that I'm getting loud and clear. What's up, Nutslap? Last week we forgot to put Nutslap on because he came in and out so quick. No matter which way you go, no matter which choice you make, you're going to end up where your destiny lies. Like you're going to end up on the right path toward your destiny. You're coming into a time, into a moment in time in your life, in your lifetime, time after time, where things are really going to start changing rapidly for you for the better. Like you've never imagined the type of opportunities that are going to be coming into you in the next few months. What this is saying is you can either take the direct route, the straight route to your destiny, or you can amble around and take this roundabout way where you have to learn and relearn lessons that you probably already know if you really think about it. I feel like you're being pulled off track. Your focus is being shifted purposefully by someone else. Now, this isn't a family member that needs your help because, they're going to lose their home. This isn't a family member who may be struggling with mental illness and therefore, you need to kind of take care of them a little bit. I'm not saying any of those things are happening in your life. I'm just saying as examples, it's a purposeful thing. Like, oh yeah, she's going to, like, someone who may not have wanted me to accomplish my lifelong dream of being a writer, so they did everything they possibly could to make sure I did not get that book written. I got it written anyway, but it took me way longer. I had to take this roundabout curvy path. The universe is bringing your attention to this person. They're purposely trying to deflect, they're trying to distract you from some opportunity that's going to kind of skyrocket you into something. For the past few months in your readings, personal and on this stream, I've been getting this feeling of like, I keep hearing hobby, but then seeing money. So I don't know if there's something that you want to do, if there's something that you want to make a living doing, but that's also like a hobby. Maybe you don't even know what that is yet, but hopefully it'll come into focus soon because the universe is telling you all systems go full speed ahead. And don't be distracted. It's okay to stop and help somebody. It's okay to take a time out and understand who you're working with. It's okay to do for others, but if you're so focused on everyone else and what's going on with them, you're not going to see the amazing opportunities, one in particular that's right in front of you. And there's something going on here with a hobby or some idea for some business, or I don't know exactly what it is, because even though we talk sometimes, unfortunately, we don't get to talk as in depth as we used to. No, I'm still only on the second reading, Batmom. Sorry. Yes, Moochie, it's pretty bad. One other thing, Arisha, that kind of popped in, and I don't know if this is the same person for both of y'all, because for some reason this popped into my head when I was reading for you, Lotus, but it was definitely for Arisha, is that you, Batmom, will try to get you in quicker so that you don't miss your reading, or we'll put a timestamp. Somebody's going to like I was saying, it's too good to be true. I feel like there's a real worry from the universe of you getting caught up in some offer. Like, that you feel kind of off about it, and that it's probably not the right thing to do, and that it could be kind of tricky, but it just sounds so awesome. Don't fall for it, okay? You don't need any outside help to be successful. And that's channeled directly from the universe. Your friend, me, your soul sister Gemma, would tell you the same thing, but that's coming directly from your team. Don't accept offers of any sort of help from an outside source. Family, friends, different, but anyone who really you don't even know, don't trust them. And Lotus, you too. There's someone here that's like very distracting. It's like every time you turn it around and someone's about to offer you like some major payday opportunity, the person's like, oh, look over here, I can do a cartwheel, and purposefully trying to lead you away from success.
Blue's next. Okie dokies.
Blue Crossroads, let's do the Talisman Oracle. I don't have my Fairy Tale Oracle up here, which I'm a little bummed about that I didn't grab that. I was trying to give it a rest for a couple of weeks because we were pulling all the same cards. Oh, I'll do Batmom next. I already pulled, your card already popped out. So Blue Crossroads, you got the card of grounding. Grounding. Here we go. The anchor in this card represents grounding and stability. A long-awaited relationship, position, or financial compensation will become permanent. You can now ease your mind and focus on the desired security. This card can mean finally seeing the light after a challenging period of time. The stormy weather is over, Blue Crossroads. And you can now adjust to the new steady pace of your life. Don't be afraid to take a chance, but choose the option with long-term beneficial results if the opportunity arises. Use this card when you need grounding or stability in your fast-paced environment. This card can also offer spiritual grounding when emotions are running wild. Look at the card and picture the anchor slowly moving through the water and reaching the ocean bottom. The light coming from the lighthouse shines brightly to show you that you have nothing to fear and that you are finally home. Your affirmation for this week: I know I am safe and secure. What this card is saying is you may be tempted to rush into a situation. It doesn't have to be romantic. I do feel like there are some romantic prospects circling your orbit, like in your orbit right now, circling your orbit, in your orbit right now. But maybe not anything that is going to really wow you, that are going to come to fruition like right away. You know, you may be dating around and that's cool, but I don't think you're in a position where like long-term romance is coming in right now. But that doesn't mean that you can't have fun until you connect with or meet the person that's for you. What I am seeing here though is you're finally making a decision about something. It's something that you've been trying to decide for a really long time, or at least a little while. And you've been kind of going back and forth with it, weighing the pros and cons. And I think that you're finally ready to make this decision, buying a home, buying a new vehicle, accepting a new job opportunity. It's something big like that. And you are going to pick the right option for you. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of support from the people around you. It's just like finally your time to be anchored, to feel secure, to feel safe, to be happy, and to just be able to live your life for you. Okay. And not for other people or for the words are escaping me tonight. Advancement of other people, for the enjoyment, happiness of other people. It's all about you right now, and in the most unselfish way possible. Are we doing Batmom now?
I guess.
Okay. Let's just do Batmom and give her a timestamp in case she gets booted or whatever. Okay. I started having Wi-Fi issues like an hour before stream, so I get it. It's this wonky weather here in Jersey. It's a move. Yeah, I feel like you're finally worrying about Blue Crossroads first, and that's okay. It may have taken you some time to understand that it's all right. Self-love isn't actually selfish. And oh, I see, Tennille. I see. And that does make sense then, doesn't it? Because I'm like, where is this coming in? I remember like 5 months ago, you vaguely mentioned something and then we never talked about it again. Thank you, Gemma. I know exactly what this means. Been trying to start my new business, but things keep getting in my way, i.e. hubby pouring loads of paperwork on me. He doesn't mean to, but oh well. And I love Hillbilly. I think he's adorable. Just make sure that if you tell him that, it's interfering with what you want to do with your life, or it's interfering with this business, and you may have to take some time to focus on that he's supportive of that. And I know that may sound unrealistic because I'm not living your life and I don't know the stresses that you're under personally. Okay. But that's the message from the universe. It's something that you are supposed to start and you are supposed to be successful in. And it is a major part of the path of your destiny. So anything that's holding you back from that is actually holding you back from your actual destiny right now. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I can't. I may have to turn my loud air conditioner on just so I don't have to keep doing this. Batmom, no need to apologize. It happens to all of us from time to time that, Okay, so Batmom, you got the cow. Give with unconditional love and grace. Archangels Raphael and Mary. Cows originate from Lacume, the ascended aspect of Sirius. So many animals, I noticed, originate from this place. As fifth dimensional beings, they spread the unconditional love and divine feminine light of the gold ray of Christ. While cows are warm, benevolent, and nurturing, their partners, the bulls, are strong and protective. Strong like bull. Yeah, then do that. Lotus, definitely do that. That's how I feel. Like if you tell him and explain that to him, I'm sure he'll help you. They offer a perfect balance of grounded feminine and masculine energy. Cows, with their motherly giving characters, have for eons graciously offered us their milk, which was originally, in the golden era of Atlantis, perfectly calibrated in order to nourish us. Since then, many humans have eaten beef or taken milk without permission or appreciation. Although we have not always looked after them with respect, cows continue to serve us in the expectation that we will treat them with love and gratitude as we raise our frequency in the approach to the new golden age. I know. I'm like, if I have to keep doing it, I am going to have to keep going off screen. I'm so sorry, guys. When you receive this card, you are asked to tune into the comfortable, motherly, nurturing, and stable aspects of your nature and balance it with the strong protective energy that is part of you. Your guidance is to center yourself and come into balance. Make sure you are grounded at all times, Batmom. Examine your life and see how you can develop your feminine, giving, caring, and benevolent characteristics in a sensible, stable, and earthed way. Then stand in your power, and demonstrate that you can be true to yourself. Recognize that you are truly lovable no matter how others treat you. Know that you are a unique and special being and have compassion for those who have less understanding than you do. Okay, so this message is, the way I'm understanding it is, Batmom, for you to take a step back before you become consumed by something less than love. And that's not a judgment or an indictment, because again, it's another thing that happens to every single one of us all of the time, over and over again. So it's nothing to be ashamed about, but I do feel like there's a situation where you are acting out of character and there's a very good reason for it. I keep hearing motherly, motherly, and I know that it has to do with your motherly instinct, obviously. And I would do the same things that you're doing in your boat. But the universe is telling you, just back off a little bit, take some time away from the situation, let it unfold on its own a little bit, and then be there to offer that motherly support and protection, that patience, that guidance to the person who most needs it after this whole situation plays out a little bit. I feel like if given enough time, this situation will self-destruct all on its own, and you will not have to act from a place that isn't your heart center. You will not have to become some sort of monstrous version of who you are deep down inside. Everything that you're doing, thinking, saying, feeling, planning is coming from the place of utmost love, of motherly love. But it's taken to an extreme over something you can't do anything about anyway. It's really just taking away from you. It's taking away from your light, and it's taking away from your soul. The universe is telling you, spend some time nurturing yourself and healing from everything that this situation has put you through this far. Ground. If you've ever gotten a box from me, and I think you have, you should have a piece, at least one, of black tourmaline. Start carrying it around. Okay. I want you to be grounded at all times and be present in the moment at all times. No thinking of the past and not really focusing too much on the future, just living in the moment, at least for the next week or two. Nomeo.
Okay, Josephine is next. So say her name, because she won't show up until you say her
Say
name.
my name, say my name. She said I'm here like 50 times or 5 times already. So,
okay.
Josephine, this is for you. Oh, no good. I hope that they're okay. Josephine, I'm using a deck I don't often use, but I came across it and thought, why not? I am using the Universal Folk Oracle. There she is. Guys, don't forget, and I'm going to keep mentioning it, Gemma Jade merchandise available at jivecreations.com. Oh, I wanted to show you guys my keychain. Josephine, you got card number 34, the card of joy. Affirmation, surroundings, light, and beauty. If anyone needs to leave for any reason, let us know. And if possible, we will do a timestamp for you, or we'll try to get you before you have to go. Josephine, from all the emotions of the day, seek peace, and then joy will be found. The girl is surrounded by symbols of joy and radiant light. Sometimes it is possible to walk through a meadow and not see all of the beauty that's there. A pause and a breath will help focus on the many things we can be joyful about. The swallows are merrily dancing over the ripening crops, and honeybees are working to and fro. Sunflowers move gracefully to face the sun because they know instinctively where to find joy in life. Practice seeking joy wherever you may find yourself today. Amber resin can be worn to connect with nature and the energy of the sun, a piece that will bring about a positive disposition. Bring joy and rejoicing into your day. There is so much to be happy about and grateful for. If at once it is not obvious, go deeper and find the peace within yourself. Allow gentle awareness to come to the fore, experiencing itself through your surroundings. Josephine, at first there's a smile and an acknowledgement, and then the deepest sense of joy. Life is good. Salvador and anyone else I missed, what is up? So Josephine, count your blessings, okay? This card is saying that you're focusing way too much on the negative. And again, not an indictment, not a judgment, because all of us do it, okay? That mom. You're not a cow, honey. All of us do it, Josephine, but the universe is telling you that you're working yourself into a frenzy and you're at risk for making some pretty bad decisions. Letting a toxic person back into your life, or quitting your job on a whim, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You are not in a balanced and grounded enough frame of mind right now, according to the universe and your own spirit team, to be able to make any major decisions. The universe wants you to be grateful, to write down 3 things you're grateful for every morning and every night, and focus on what's happening, as I told Batmom, in the moment. Don't worry about the future. Forget about the past. And I want you to do this for the next week. I want you to only focus on what's happening now. And that's really hard because what's happening now affects what's going to happen, right? For the most part. But the universe is saying that goes out the window. Just focus on enjoying the moment here and now. And if it's not a joyful moment, then at least focus on getting through it, not pretending you were somewhere else. Yes, sometimes in the night online, Gemma and Bob meet. What is up, yo, Bob? Give me 1 second, guys. I want to get my keychain. So I told you guys I'm a keychain collector, so don't judge me on my key ring. But there she is. And I got I gave my mom the 1 bookmark, and when you order bookmarks, they come in a pack of 4, and there are some special images on the bookmarks that are not available right now on the merch. So you got the main merch image, which is the one I gave to my mom. And you got this one, which is similar. And then we got this one, Fortune Teller Gemma with the little elf ears. I love this. And then this one. I'm excited, guys. I really am. JiveCreations.com, shop Gemma Jade merch. And again, guys, if you don't want my image, if you just don't want to wear a shirt with my image, we have this one for you. All right, who's next? Long Island Bigfoot. Yes, what a beautiful group of people. How's your trip going?
But Jules is next. Jules is next.
Miss Jules. Jules, I'm going to use the Shapeshifter Oracle. All of the merch is fantastic. I'm so stoked about it. I can't wait for sales to start coming in. Getting my Gemma Jade name out there, guys. Just so you guys know, there are no... Well, they look great now. Thank you. I really do love it all. I've been wearing all my shirts throughout the week, which is why I didn't have one for tonight. If you see my personal readings from yesterday, I was wearing it. The final one that I had left that isn't in the laundry. So there is no more issue 5 where I was on the front cover of the Paranormal Press magazine. There are none left. There are no more. No more will be printed. So issue 6 is out where I was on the back cover. And then Thomas, he's such a sweetheart. He set up this website for me. I haven't even had a chance to look at it yet. And he's like on there doing things on it for me. And I wrote another article, but I'm not sure if that's going to be in the 7th issue or not, if I got it in on time. And then I wrote about my experience on the abduction around Mother's Day. And then, of course, the coloring book. And I think he said, I have to read the email again because I kind of just skimmed it. I was in a hurry. I think he said he did another coloring book and put me on the back of it or something. I'm going to have to look and see. All right. Miss Jules. Bob Berkins. So good to see you. Long Island Bigfoot, you too. Yes, the cups do glow in the dark. I still have not remembered to put it in the sun and let it glow. I believe the dragon merchandise is also on under the Gemma Jade merch, right? No? We got to get some of that under.
But my dragon club, I left it out. I just put it underneath the light all day and in the sun. Man, it glows good.
My mom saw you with the shirt that said, "Let the dude out of the basement," and the cup. And she was like, I know that this is not what I think it is. I'm like, what? And she's like, he doesn't have like merch now that he's like trying to. I'm like, Mom,
he's out doing it.
I'm like, well, that's what she thought. You were like competing with me. But she's like, I know that can't possibly be it. So I said, no, if his merch was on the website, it would just be part of my merch. It's not like Ghost Dragon's merch. Yeah, Arisha, I wasn't sure, and it's probably something I should have asked you, but if you can do it, I don't want to be like overbearing, like asking you to do a million things for me. If it's something simple, that would be awesome, because I think a lot of people are going to go for that shirt. I want one, so I'm going to order one. I know my mom's going to want one, so I've got orders coming in. Trust me. I just have to go through the site with my mom because she's not good at like being online. So I have to like go on there with her, show her how to like press the buttons and that kind of stuff.
Real quick before you do, Jules, I have a couple neighbors. I know they watch, and I was coming home yesterday. I'd run up the street and I had my window down. And all of a sudden I hear this. I see she let you out of the basement.
Like Nutslap said, she was concerned I was going to let you out. Yeah, that's Edna. I knew it. I know it because it's just funny. And like, yeah, it's an inside joke, but then people would ask. Yeah, Arisha, if it's easy enough for you to do, absolutely. I think a lot of people, especially from this channel specifically, would be interested in that because it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Lotus said that's hilarious. All right, Miss Jules, you got Artemis of the Forest. This is a great, beautiful card. And Jasmine Beckett Griffith actually does figurines, and they sell them on Amazon. I cannot wait to start collecting. So Artemis is the beautiful Greek virgin goddess of the wild ways. She is a goddess of the sickle moon, the shape of the bow she carries with her. Her every arrow straight and true, nothing is wasted, and all is preserved, cared for, or put to rest. Artemis is a goddess of self-sufficiency. She is utterly self-reliant, and her strong, true huntress self can help you survive the time you find yourself in. Ghost Dragons, remind me after Jules' reading to put jivecreations.com in the ticker. The deer holds the paradox within. It is gentle, yet so powerful, and one that so many depend on for survival. Hunting is a sacred thing. How we obtain our food and how we discover the strength within ourselves is very much an act of Artemis. She will insist that you go deep into the wilds, that you leave your comforts behind, and that you learn how strong you can be. She will confront you with the prospect of living close to the wild ways, and she will demand you to be strong. She will demand you be strong. She is a fearless goddess, gentle when necessary, comforting when it is merited, but one who will do what must be done to survive, even if it means hunting. Sounds like you. You must do the same for a while. It is time to learn what it takes to survive, Jules. She is depicted here with the great Celtic goddess Cernunnos, the king stag, Artemis's perfect counterpart, and she is cared for after this time of fierce independence. Artemis of the forest speaks. This is a time for you to go into some kind of wilderness and wild place, whether this place is within you or out in the world. It's time for you to become self-reliant, quiet, stealthy, aware. You must take your place as a being who can survive and support yourself. You may see this as a test or hardship, but it is a great moment of coming into your own power. Jules, you have your quiver, your arrows and bows, and the companionship of the animals, the hounds, the deer, and the trees. You are able to take what must be taken for survival at this time. When you hunt, you do so with honor. Eat what you have grown and create your own meals. This way you will grow in valor and connect more and more to the cycles of this world. The moon will shine on you as you hunt at night. You will tread softly. You will leave no tracks. You are in the sacred wild spaces, the nematonas, and you are a strong, free, independent one. Remember, too, that when you find this independence, that is when the great god, the king stag, Cernunnos, will come to you. The positive masculine will be drawn to you as you have no desire to exploit him or entrap him. You will then know a good father, a true man, a wild and intense boyfriend, a caretaker and a gentleman, and another will care for you for a little while. Divination, it's time for you to go back to basics for a while, to test yourself against nature's demands, to go without the luxuries and the support you believe that you need now to survive. You are about to discover you can take care of yourself and yet remain as true as the hound, as gentle and alert as the deer, and as wild and free as Artemis herself. You must take up the silver arrows and silver bow of the huntress, keep them clean and sharp, waste nothing, and watch to know what to do next. Your senses, wiles, and knowledge of the forest will keep you alive at this time. You must address the very fundamental things of your life. Look at who or what provides them, and then take steps to cultivate those relationships: water, food, shelter, healing. You will become the huntress for a little while, and this is an empowering, liberating thing. Once this is done, you shall be protected and cared for by the perfect protector and provider who is inspired and delighted by your independence and strength. Jules, it is definitely time to take a step back here and reevaluate the relationships, or at least, well, I would say reevaluate all of the relationships in your life. Mainly people you deal with on a regular basis. They're draining. Some of them are manipulative. I feel like the universe wants you to explore the concept of self-love in action. So for you to learn about self-love and live self-love through action, through loving yourself, and through understanding that that needs to take precedence over anything and everything else. Now, obviously, I'm not going to tell you, and the universe would never tell you in this day and age, to go into the woods and live. But if you have the opportunity to go camping, even for a night, if you have 2 hours to go and walk through the forest and speak to the trees, do it. There's a connection here with nature. I do feel like you could meet a soulmate connection as well. Whether it's romantic or not, I'm not sure. It could be, it may not be, but it is someone who is definitely going to be in your life for a really long time. It is a masculine figure. I would go so far as to say male. Okay. This is getting rid of people and things that no longer serve you for once and for all. I feel like you've been working up to this, but you have this thing about you of like insecurity or maybe fear of abandonment, but you have to understand that they're not abandoning you. You're kicking them out of your life because they don't deserve a place there. And I feel like the universe is really urging you now to start doing this. You love yourself by not allowing people to overstep your boundaries. You love yourself by staying true to yourself, your wants, your desires, and not bending to fit someone else's mold or idea. You love yourself by acting toward others with kindness, grace, dignity, love. You love yourself by becoming as spiritually aligned as you possibly can. You love yourself by knowing that you are a lovable person without someone else on the outside having to affirm it. There are so many different ways, honey. And I feel like if you just start with the basics, which is getting rid of the toxic people, or at the very least, enforcing the boundaries you've put up, you're going to be right there on the right path. Absolutely. And if you can, you know, like I said, get into the woods for a little while, I would totally do that too.
Okay, you ready?
Give me one
And
second.
sure. Seconds up.
That's not helpful when I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, now you got me confused. You know I'm easily confused, Steven.
I'll straighten it back up.
I think I spelled everything right. All right. Anna? Is that what you said or no?
Yes, that's what I said, dear. And here you go, real quick. And then I'll put that back up.
Hi, Latro. So nice to see you. Thank you. I've been drinking. I definitely need to start drinking more water, though. I'm down to my last 4-pack of Red Bulls, and I'm trying to, like, lay off them.
Okay, well, let me know. The next time I'll order your water, I have better luck.
I will. I think that, you know, I think it's going to be a little hard for the first couple days because I drink so much of it. But my health, I'm worried now, like drinking so much of it at my age, like my heart. And also, I cannot lose my gut because,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
know it's the Red Bull because there's nothing else in my diet that would cause me to have
Just back off.
this.
I
Yes,
keep a
yeah.
tally. Well, you can take, you know what? Keep a tally. You know, put a piece of paper somewhere, and every time you have one, just put a mark. And that way you know when you reach a certain limit, you're done.
And I am going to use Myths and Mermaids. Red Bull isn't water, that doesn't count. New England Dirt Roadie sent me an awesome juicer. I still, since I got home, have not had a chance to use it. But once I go grocery shopping next week, I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of stuff and rewatch the video you sent me on juicing. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, but no, it's not about my age. Because let me tell you, I lost weight everywhere but there. If you guys didn't notice, like from the time I started YouTube almost 4 years ago to last year this time to now, I lost most of my weight except in that spot. And no one in my family is heavy except I think, well, I don't want to say it, but I have one person in my family who's heavy, but she has a really bad drinking problem. Trick your mind. I can make a Red Bull cup and fill it with water. You know, I used to do that in my addiction. I really did. I used to just put water in the thing and hit myself with it. And I got like really bad infections from that. But I do need to do that. Maybe like save a Red Bull can and just start putting my cucumber water in it. And, you know, because I'm not happy. I try to be so healthy in every other way, except for like the Red Bull. It's a problem. It really has become like an addiction for me. And addiction for a recovering addict is a slippery slope, no matter what it is, even something as seemingly harmless as Red Bull. I don't like the fact that I feel like I need it and must have this every single day or I freak out. And that's how I feel about my Red Bull. I hate the way I look right now. All right. Manta Ray Mermaid. This thing's going to look so much better once I figure out like where to put the ponytail the right way. Last night it looked really nice, but I also had on a white shirt last night. I think it would just vibe better with white. So Anna, this is one of the sideways cards that I can't ever tell if it's upside down or not because I pulled them like this. So I'm going to read the divination and the antithesis, and then I'm going to tell you channel what the actual messages. Sugar-free energy. I can't have sugar-free energy drinks because they have fake sugar and I'm allergic to that. Okay, and Edna, tales of the deep from swabs at night paint a most unfavorable light upon a mysterious ethereal being, graceful as a bird in flight. Scapegoat for casualties at sea, sunken ships are blamed on thee, yet fear and slander cannot curb your charming curiosity. Stop it. Get some help. Whenever someone says stop it, I think of that Michael Jordan commercial. If you are someone you know is on drugs, stop it. Get some help. A mermaid with a twisted tail leads a group of majestic manta rays through a startlingly blue sea. She is wise enough to trust and befriend the intelligent creatures in spite of their legendary reputation for ferocity. Divination, meaning be wary of rumors. Somebody has been talking about you behind your back. And while it's flattering to know you're on everyone's mind, it's not so nice when you find out some of what is being said is simply not true. Somehow, through misunderstanding or deliberate mudslinging, people are getting the wrong message about you, and it's time for you to set the record straight. If you need to, enlist the help of a trusted companion to put an end to these rumors once and for all. Like I said, I couldn't tell if it's upside down or not. Stevia still makes me sick. I don't know. I don't know why. Not as bad, though, as the rest of it. Hold your tongue is the antithesis. You will soon find out some curious information about a family member or an acquaintance. Tempting though it may be, you must resist the urge to gossip about the situation. Not having all of the facts leaves you open to the possibility of misrepresentation in any ways. It's really none of your business. So, okay. The first thing I want to talk about here is people talking about you behind your back. I do feel like that's going on. And I feel like it's the people who, you know, for the past, and you've been with me from the very beginning of my reading oracle on this channel and on other channels. I feel like it's the people that you worked so hard to get rid of, who you had to get rid of because they were manipulative. And there you go. I could care less what folks like that thing. People who know me know me. And that's exactly it. I feel like, though, the reason you may want to speak on it at least a little bit, and at least to a few people who you are close to, is because there's some misrepresentation going around. So, for instance, they may talk to someone who talks to someone who talks to someone else who ends up talking to someone you are very close with that you do care about. And then information gets back that you had said something about that person, even though you haven't said it. So, you know, get ahead of it. And I know, like, a lot of the time we should just stay out of it and let everything happen in its own due course and let people expose themselves with their own stupidity. But this time the universe is telling you, maybe act on it for a little bit. All right, New England Roadie, let us know when you're back. Maybe just try to make the people that you are very close to aware that this is happening. That, you know, somebody is trying to ruin you and mudslinging. Now, you're going to find something out. I don't know if it's going to be about a family member, but I do know it's going to be about someone who, one of these people that's talking poop about you, that you couldn't possibly care less about, that you've worked very hard to keep out of your life and out of your energy. That's going to be your test, though. It's okay to say that it feels a little good when we watch people get their comeuppance. Okay, it really does. And that's okay. That's what we're allowed as humans, right? As spiritual beings, it's not so good, but as humans, it is what it is. You hate gossip. Good. So this should be very easy. As much as you want to kind of enjoy it a little bit that they're getting what's coming to them, though it's been coming to them for a while, just don't gloat about it and don't get too excited about it. You know, continue to pray for them if that's what you do, or send them love and healing light and hope that, you know, their heart changes from stone to flesh or whatever it is. Send them positivity only. When we watch people that we don't like so much or that don't like us so much get what's coming to them, it's really hard not to, like, really gloat in that moment, enjoy that moment for some people. I'm not immune to this, you know? It's like, yes, finally they're getting what they deserve. But again, like, tone it down just a little bit before it comes back on you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Long Island Bigfoot, just in case nobody told you today, Gemma Jade, you're an absolute all-star. Thank you so, so much. Actually, someone that I work for on a kind of quiet project messages me often and is sure to tell me that top shelf. And I got one of those messages today, and it really felt good. And I do appreciate you very much. And I'm so glad that you came in once and then you just kept coming in. And now you're a gemstone and a member of this community. Long Island Bigfoot and I, when he gets back from his woodland adventures, I'm going to go on his channel and we're going to set that up and get to know each other better and try to expand the Gemma Jade community. You guys know me, just like in real life, I kind of keep to myself on YouTube as well. And I think it's going to be really good. I know it's going to be really good. Yes, Arisha, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it could especially be about an ex-boss if they're seeing you do something so productive and so successful, you know, when they were once in a position of authority or power over you. Miss Pixie. Yes, whenever you're ready, Long Island Bigfoot. My schedule is extremely full, but I would always make time for something like that. And I always do try to make time for you guys when you reach out. I tend to withdraw personally, just in general, when I'm going through stuff. But I've been trying not to do that. I've been trying to reach out. And so, yeah, I'm trying to get back to you guys a lot quicker. So whenever you're ready, but let's do it soon. Let's do that. Who's next? There you go. Arisha, I'm sorry, Steven. It's starting already. If you accept that friend request, it's going to be like a chain reaction. And what we should do when I do your personal tomorrow, because you're first on my list for tomorrow, if you don't accept the request, let me know. And I'll see if like the message somehow changes because you did not allow that introduction back into your life. Or if you do accept them, I'll see if the message stays the same. That's going to be a nice little experiment. All right, who's next?
Private Chat and Chillin' Charlie.
I almost choked on my vape. Thank you, sir. We're not talking about you guys, don't worry. Oh, what did I do? You guys have no idea the stuff he puts in private chat about you guys. I'm only kidding. RJ came out and said to my mom, he was just a little terror this weekend. And he came out to my mom and was like, you really make my mommy mad sometimes. She talks about you behind your back. But the thing is, I don't. Like, my mom and I, yes, of course, she frustrates me sometimes. I frustrate her. That's a normal, loving relationship. But talking about her behind her back, never. Because my mother, I could say, Mom, you're effing pissing me off right now. You're annoying me. And she could say the same to me. And then we laugh and then we're over it. But if he just said it out of nowhere, and I'm like, Mom, I swear I don't. And I could tell she kind of was wondering, like, what did I do? My mom's very sensitive, even though like she puts on this facade of a tough girl. She actually has a very, very big heart. And I could tell it kind of hurt her feelings because she thought I was talking about her behind her back. But Mom, if you're listening, I was not, and I never do. I'm tearing up thinking about my mom thinking that I had something negative to say about her.
She loves you, Mom.
Yeah, because I didn't, and I was so, kids are so awkward. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, Arisha, I don't know if I would even find out what he wants. Like, that's totally up to you. But I'm interested now that person reached out to see what your 7-card personal is going to be like tomorrow. And make sure you come back. Miss Pixie, let us know, of course, with enough time. Oh, you're done. Everyone, I just got done with sound healing class, done with mediumship class. Are you going to be joining us for Chillax and Chat tomorrow night? I want to do it tomorrow. Is next week? I'm not sure if I want to do Chillax and Chat on my doctor week because, oh no, I do want to do it on my doctor week because on the alternate weeks that are not doctor weeks, I have afternoon talk and this stream. So it would only be twice a week for me. Let me look at the schedule, but I'm pretty sure we're doing Chillax and Chat tomorrow night.
Now you got to remember Monday and Tuesday is 4th of July next week.
So no afternoon talk, but we could do a quick 4th
I
of July
won't. I'll be
stream.
here. If you want to, that's fine with me. I don't care.
Oh, RJ doesn't have school though, but I don't think
That's
Ray
fine.
works either. Let's look and let me check my schedule
No
actually.
big deal. So
Heading to Roswell. I'm so jelly. You know, I think I told you this already, but unfortunately he just left the stream for a few minutes or for a little bit. New England Dirt Roadie, I was on the phone with him texting. Excuse me, when he opened the crystals you sent him. The citrine that he won, that you energetically I was going to say energetically healed, that you put the energy into. He was vibrating and his hand was warm. Like he was like, what is going on with these crystals? I'm like, well, Lara said she was going to charge them. That's the word I was looking for. So props to you. And you know, I would recommend you to, I'd rec you. I'd recommend you to anyone that that I know that would ask, of course. Who's next?
Chillin' Charlie.
We haven't seen Darling Deb in a while. I really have to remember to reach out to her. So Chillin' Charlie, I'm going to use Dell on the wait. Just remember, I love you too, sweetie. I love all you guys. You guys make my whole week. You guys and my little man. So remember that there is no, I hate even saying this in the climate that we're in. It's just about the cards. There's no gender assignment to cards in Oracle or tarot. So if you get like Cinderella, that doesn't mean that you are Cinderella. So I've been sitting on that yawn for quite a while. I don't yawn often. That's what's missing. That's why I keep looking at myself like, what is wrong with my face? I don't have my wings on my eye. That's why I look so different. I keep looking at myself and I'm like, what is wrong? And then it's not like there's anything wrong, Gemma. I forgot to do a piece of my makeup.
And you look just fine.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, madam.
Beauty and the Beast. Again, my favorite
Quit
and
calling me a beast.
Most luckiest number, card number 23. You're the beauty. Are you kidding me? Avi. You're beautiful. All right. Chillin' Charlie. At first, I was scared and sad when I saw myself locked away in the castle of this ugly and frightful beast. But then I learned to open my heart. I taught my eyes to see beyond appearances. I discovered hidden beauty behind the beastie face. Therefore, I realized that a beast can be kind and gentle, and that true love can sometimes be born in the strangest of places. Do not trust what your eyes see. Trust what your heart feels. Appearances can be deceiving. Maybe at first things will seem dark and unpleasant. Give them a second thought and don't make up your mind too hastily. Learn to open your heart. There is a great amount of beauty and love involved here, but they may be hidden from your sight for the moment. So close your eyes and trust your heart. You will discover wonders and treasures. I will never tell anyone to trust their heart. Yeah, Arisha, I'm the same way. I mean, I do on the Gemma Jade page for my Facebook. I will accept everybody because they could be a subscriber. They could be a fan of my books. They could be, but when it comes to like personal interaction, I'm the same way. Charlie, I never tell anyone to trust their heart because the heart is the biggest deceiver that we have. Okay. With the mind coming in a close second, I would say that if you could have a soulmate connection coming in. I wouldn't really say in the next week or two, maybe in the next month or two. This card is telling you, though, that you will not even acknowledge or notice, or maybe even you won't even meet this person if you do not start opening up to the idea of love now. What does love mean to you? What are you willing to accept? What are you not willing to accept? What will you bring to the relationship? What do you expect someone else? Start thinking of all these things. It's going to help manifest and draw in this soulmate connection. whether or not this romantic connection stays romantic, this person was meant to be brought into your life at this time for a reason. I feel like a lot of times you'll meet people and they'll say, when I first met him, I hated him. Or when I first met her, I thought she was the biggest B word. And meanwhile, they've been married 40 years and they're blissfully happy. That's getting to know someone beyond what they show everyone else. Okay. Trusting someone enough to let them in and let them know the real Chillin' Charlie, like everything about you, the good, the bad, the ugly. The universe is telling you to get ready to be able to do that, because a very, very pure love connection is coming in for you. Now, you don't have to accept it as that. If you're not ready for love right now, that's okay. But this person is meant to be in your life. When you were in the fifth dimension, plotting your charts, Lara, I see you. Just give me a second. Plotting and planning your chart. You and a few other people, mainly your soul family, all decided when you guys were going to enter each other's lives, in what capacity, what you were going to learn from one another, when you were going to part, if you were going to say, all of these things. You mapped it out. So you were meant to meet this person at this time, and they you. But if you're not ready, if your heart's not even open to the idea, you're really going to miss out on a very special relationship, even if it doesn't end up being entirely romantic. Miss Lara. Gemma, as an incentive for folks to book readings, I want to do something again. If they book in July for the month of August, I'll put together something special. You guys heard it. You heard it from source. And let me tell you something. I was actually jealous of New England Dirt Roadie when he was telling me how awesome the crystal felt when Lara sent it to him, energetically charged. I was like, I want one. Lara, that would be so incredibly amazing and generous of you. I will start putting the word out, because my Julys will be done by next Thursday. So that's when I'll start asking people to do, because I'm still doing half price. I'm doing half price June, July, and August. So I will let people know. And I don't even know how to thank you, like with Arisha and Lotus Girl and a lot of you guys, the things you do for me. Sometimes I just don't have words other than to say thank you so much. I don't think a lot of you really understand personally what it does for me in my personal life and how it positively affects me. Just to see love and kindness in action on a channel I created towards me. You know, I used to call myself the abandoned one, because it seemed like everybody in my life just like got to know me and then abandoned me. But that doesn't happen anymore, because I have you guys. You guys support me. You guys love me. You guys support me, you know? So Miss Lara, thank you so much. And I will, she said, well, I can arrange that, baby. I did. I was a little jealous, and I was trying to tell him how to activate it and how to use it. And it was funny because he didn't even have to activate it. He merely touched it. He merely put it in his hand. And I just was so impressed with that, because that's not something I can do. I have tried. Now I can charge crystals, but they have to be activated. Yours did not have to be activated at all. He literally put it in his hand and was like, this thing is warm and it's vibrating and I feel amazing. What's going on? And I was like, that's our pixie doing big things. Melissa Nicole, if you are still here, please let us know. I'm going to remove myself for 1 minute because I really have to blow my nose really a lot.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? She.
I'm so sorry. No,
See?
I didn't.
I don't need me anymore. I'm out.
I didn't mean to. I swear I didn't mean to do that.
You're fine. I knew you were doing.
Melissa Nicole, if you're still here, and
Vixen's now, and Casey is here. She said hello and she said thank you. So she's in the room somewhere.
Okay. Let's do a timestamp for Melissa Nicole, because I know sometimes it's not her fault when she has to quickly
I know.
in and out.
And I usually do. So
Paranormal Pixie, I know that's right. I saw it in action. Pixie, like I said, let us know. I don't know if you still have class. I think you said you're done. But that could be some, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. But Melissa Nicole, if you are here, let us know. So now it's Vixen Doe then?
Yes. No, Vixen Doe is now.
I just said now it's Vixen Doe, and you're like, yes, no, it's Vixen Doe
Yes.
now.
Yes. Yes, it is Vixen Doe.
Vixen
And
Doe.
Spooky, her shutting me down is nothing new. I'm used to it. I just go about my business and eat my waffle sandwich, which she gives me.
Waffle sandwich.
My waffle sandwich.
Vixen Doe, I'm using the Halloween Oracle, another one I don't use enough. So, guys, I think I'm going to put a poll up in the community. I may bring back the weekly pick a card. Okay, so we have the skeleton, the card of strength. Can we not do this? At least nothing's touching my face like in the beginning of the stream. I couldn't even see what that was. Something was there lightly caressing my face, and it was really creepy. Oh, listen to this. So my mom called me today. She said she was out in back of her house smoking a cigarette because she goes out on the porch, but the screen door is like a little wonky. So Ray's going to fix it. But for now, she's going out the back to smoke. So there's a doctor. It's like an
ankle doctor. It's a
foot and ankle doctor next door. And it's mainly for elderly people. So some little old man comes out and he starts going like this to her. I spoke to your mother last night and she said, you need to stop smoking. And my mom was laughing and she's like, well, you must have talked to a ghost then because my mom's been dead for a really long time, trying to like break the ice because the guy said something weird. And the guy's like, I know. That's what I mean. And that's who I talked to. And then he turned and walked away.
I bet that I could have seen your mom's face now.
My mom called me immediately and was like, that was the creepiest thing that's ever happened.
And you know the thing is, he probably did.
That's what I said to her. I said, well, obviously Granny sent him to you because she's concerned about your smoking. And my mom really doesn't smoke a lot, but she has COPD. She shouldn't be smoking at all. But I know I'm a grown adult, right? And my mom is my best friend. But I don't feel like I'm in a position to lecture my mother about her smoking. So I might mention it, but I don't know. I'm her kid. I don't have the right to police my mom. And her doctor, her doctors aren't like on her. Of course, they tell her that it's bad for her and with her COPD, it's bad. But her doctors aren't like they told my granny, you have emphysema. If you don't quit, you're going to die. So my granny just quit. But my granny never inhaled her cigarettes to begin with. Whenever Granny was around, there'd be ash everywhere because she would and blow it back through the cigarette and there would just be ash everywhere. But she quit that day. She never smoked again.
That's what my mom did when they told her.
But I just don't feel like I have the right to police my mom. Just like my dad, I would love to tell him that, his addiction is not only killing him, but it's destroying our relationship and his relationship with his grandkids. But I can't police my father. I don't feel I can anyway.
I can understand.
And plus, my mom knows that smoking's bad for her. She knows.
That's the same situation with Paul.
Oh, I love him. He's so cute.
He was a grouch today.
I know, but he's so adorable.
He's
all right.
When he's a grouch.
Vixen Doe. On the outside is flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength in vulnerability. In power, we have grown. Excuse me. Halloween is a scary festival. It is meant to frighten. We are meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. We trick or treat, even though we know that someone may surprise us. We watch horror movie films, knowing they will scare us. And we even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all, and their bones are there for all to see. In short, we show our vulnerability at Halloween and our strength in facing our fears too. There is incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening as well. More often than not, it is a powerful catalyst for personal growth, even though we may not be able to perceive it at the time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we are wrong or that we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. I was just literally told if I don't stop drinking Red Bull, I'm going to get kidney stones soon. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show strength and vulnerability if that's what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried through the darkest of nights. So, I'm saying Ghostdragonzw, Vixen Doe. What this card is saying is it's all right to ask for help. It's all right to admit that you were wrong. It's all right to the scenario I'm getting in my head, and it may be different for you, but there's usually a little bit of truth to the scenario sometimes when I get it. So, and I know that's right. It's like you were wrong maybe about somebody or about a situation, and now you don't know how to come back from that. This could also be about somebody apologizing to you and you wanting to accept the apology, but you just don't trust that this person has changed their ways enough. You just don't trust that you don't trust the situation. And the universe is saying that's okay. It's okay to be smart about the people we allow back into our lives with second or a million chances. But in this particular case, and if you don't know who or what I'm talking about in the next week or two, you know you will, because I never miss, humble bragging. The universe is saying really take your time with this person coming in to apologize because it is sincere. And you may have been wrong about something, or you may have been given like misinformation purposefully to break up your relationship or whatever the situation was with this person. Now, this is not everybody that you've cut ties with lately. This is one person in particular who you may actually be thinking in your head, like, I can't believe that person would actually do that, but in reality, if you think about it, you don't know that they did. You just heard from someone else that you trusted that it happened, or some scenario like that. It's okay to accept an apology and reconcile. I always say forgiveness is for the person giving it, and forgiveness doesn't have to equal reconciliation. And that's 100,000% true. But it's also okay to forgive and to reconcile if that's what you feel in your heart that you need to do for the time and place that you are at in your life right now. Welcome back, and Netter. I was going to say New Englander Rhodey and sing the Welcome Back Cotter theme song all at the same time.
Casey's next.
Miss Casey. Casey Bowling.
Yeah.
I was thinking Casey.
Well, she's got it as KC, like the sea in the ocean.
Right. I was thinking our other friend KC. That I always do the timestamp for.
Right. Are we doing one for her tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
I did her personal last night, but I'm still going to do one for her tonight.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
All right. Miss Casey. I'm using Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, the newest deck that I have. So my fire stick stopped working. I have 3 fire sticks in my house, one in the master bedroom, one in the living room, and one in RJ's room. So the one I left the remote at my mom's. I don't remember if it was her or Damien that messaged me and said, because I messaged and I said, can you take the remote off my bed in my room there? I left it there and put it in my top drawer. One of them messaged me back and said it was done. But when I went there this past weekend, neither one of them remembered ever seeing a remote, grabbing it, or messaging me. So I don't know where the remote is. So that one's out of commission. Then ever since last week, because I unplug everything out of the Wi-Fi and turn my phone off the Wi-Fi or take it off the Wi-Fi because I have kind of crappy Wi-Fi, but it works. And that's what I needed. I told Ray, get the simplest Wi-Fi possible because cable was kicking our butts and I just didn't want to deal with him anymore. So he went and he did exactly what I told him to do. And it's not the best Wi-Fi because I live in the middle of the woods. Well, Pixie, that's exactly what I'm getting at. I called Amazon and I explained to them that I had already did all the troubleshooting methods that they have on the site, but it hasn't been working. It's stuck on reboot. She's like, okay, go to settings. I'm like, ma'am, it's stuck on reboot. It just says Fire TV over and over again and in a continuous loop. So that's 2 out of commission. I only have the one up here in the master bedroom. So now she's like, well, if you give me the serial number, I'll be able to help you better. And I'm like, I know it's a 3rd generation and I know I bought it a year and a half ago. Where's the serial number? Is it on the fire stick? She's like, no, it's on the box. I'm like, well, I didn't know that I had to indefinitely save the box in case I ever needed technical support. So now I'm going to have to buy a whole new fire stick Or I will have to buy, which probably I'll end up doing, but I do want to keep one in RJ's room because it encourages him to spend some time in there. But I have to buy a 4th generation remote and then a new Fire Stick because we need TV in the living room. I need TV in the master bedroom, and RJ really likes having TV in his room. Okay, sorry about that, Casey. Another rant. Boo, 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 boo. I'm going to put my water in my Gemma Jade cup. And I know what's going to happen. RJ is going to come home and be like, you said I couldn't drink out of it. Why are you drinking out of it? So I'm going to end up letting him drink out of it. Look at that. Almost the entire bottle. Oh, yeah, baby. And you could put, the straw does come with this. I still have it in the box. So actually, I'm sorry, Casey. Let me just grab the straw. It's not one of those really cheap plastic straws. It's a really good firm straw. And it's not one of those crusty cardboard ones either. Is it where like nobody is allowed to have plastic straws anymore? Or is that just New Jersey?
It's pretty much along the ocean front.
Hey, go in there.
We get them here. We have plastic straws here in Ohio.
I think I'm doing it wrong.
No, the little bubble end goes at the bottom. That's so it doesn't slide out when you pull on it. You know how people chew on it? So you...
Right. Hold. Oh, I didn't have it open enough. I was like, why is it? I didn't have this part open all the way because my nails are very long and they do get in the way. Okay. Miss Casey, thank you for being patient. No way. They're reusable. The grapefruit water is really good. Okay. The prison waif. You guys are angels for putting up with me. I swear to God. Self-sabotage and poverty consciousness. We're not allowed plastic bags either.
I actually sent her plastic bags in one of the boxes I sent her. And she was like, I was so happy you sent me plastic bags.
Because I use them for the little garbages in the I have 3 bathrooms in my house and they all have little garbages in them. Now I have to buy small plastic bags. It's a quest. Okay. Yes, Blue Cross Roads also with those tumblers keep the cold a long time and keeps hot a long time. By the way, Blue Cross Roads and Ghostdragonzw, your shirts were sent out yesterday. Casey, when the prison waif arrives in his realm as your ally, he comes to remind you of the law of paradoxical intent. Your own self-sabotaging thoughts and hidden beliefs are, in fact, preventing you from your own highest good. You might believe that you're doing all you can to manifest your reality, but perhaps you're giving in to thoughts such as the following. Actually, I have really sensitive teeth, and if I can't even drink, I can't drink water cold. I have to leave it at room temperature. Same thing with Red Bull because my teeth are super sensitive. So that's mainly why I do use straws. So here are the self-sabotaging thoughts that you may be thinking, Casey, that you don't even realize. I can't do this. I'm not worthy of this. I'll fail anyway, so why bother trying? I don't actually deserve this. I'm unlovable. In fact, you're locked in a prison of your own making. That's good news because it means you have the key to let yourself out. This is a sign that you need to spend some time with yourself addressing those beliefs that counter your hard work to get ahead. You can change them if you want to. You don't want to stay in prison, do you? Take inventory of your thoughts, let yourself out of jail, and spend a few minutes outdoors in gratitude. It's time to let the sun shine in. Casey, whether you're feeling this right now or not, Lara, hold that thought. Whether you're feeling this way right now or not, there is definitely this energy of lack consciousness of thinking in terms of lack coming in for you with something. I feel like there's this meme, right? And it has the lady from the old lady from the Titanic, and it says me trying to manifest something, and then it has her going, it was 80 years ago, or it's been 80 years or something like that. Like the manifestation just is not happening. And that's because, okay, so yeah, feeling useless and then telling yourself you're useless is something that can knock down your manifestations. You don't even realize it. Like when I say things like, I'm not that smart, that's putting out into the universe that I'm not that smart. So I'm going to dumbly work until I fix that manifestation. And it's really hard. Perfect example. I had someone approach me with a really lucrative writing project. After the first month of being paid, he came to me and said, listen, can we adjust this a little bit? Because I may be paying you too much and I don't even know if this project's going to work. And I was like, okay, I was bummed, but I trust this person. And then he came back to me a few hours later and he's like, you know what? He's like, that's coming from a mindset of lack, that I'm not going to make enough back on this to be able to pay you. So you know what? I'm keeping you at your going rate. And guess what? The project is taken off. It's super top secret. I signed an NDA, but he realized very quickly he was coming from a place of lack, those self-sabotaging thoughts. Casey, I think that you had back surgery. You may not have people in your life who are really supportive, who will sit there and tell you like, duh, you're not useless. You're just out of commission right now. You need to surround yourself with people like that. And if you can't, you need to be that cheerleader for yourself. Tell yourself, this is just one moment in time. You're still a very capable young lady. You're still a beautiful soul. You still exude kindness, and make yourself exude confidence and act in everything you do with love. And you will always be useful. Even if physically you're out of commission for a little bit. You have to be your biggest champion right now. And I don't know why that is. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know what's with this toxic, negative, kind of cruel energy around you that I'm seeing. But that, honestly, fake it till you make it. Wake up every day like I do. And when you're having a bad day, like I wake up, and if I start crying about one thing or another that was said to me or that was done to me, I immediately go into the bathroom and I tell myself, you're a rock star, you are successful, you are wealthy, you are beautiful. Even if I'm not feeling like I am those things, and even if in actuality I'm not financially wealthy, but that's my ultimate goal, is to be successful and wealthy and well liked and loved and accepted. I tell myself I am all of those things. And within 5 minutes of saying it over and over again, I feel confident. I feel attractive. I feel like I am manifesting my destiny. And Casey, that's what the universe is asking you to do right now. Keep trying. Do not give up. And like I said, look yourself in the mirror. Hold a mirror in front of your face and tell yourself how effing awesome you are. Seriously. And I know it sounds stupid and people may look at you like you're nuts. Do it. That is the best way to gain confidence in yourself, is to just tell yourself how awesome you are. You're a rock star. You're amazing. Say you want to be a nurse. You're the best nurse possible. Everybody wants you to work in their hospital. Just say it. Journal it. I met my soulmate today. He had I don't know, blonde hair and green eyes. And we went for a walk on the beach, and his name is Joe Bob Jim Thorpe. And, and keep writing like that. And that is a way to bring in your manifestation as well. Can you not? It happened again. It's not my hair. And it feels like
somebody's touching you.
I know they are.
I can see
because I see the energy there, but I can't see the actual manifest. They're not manifesting to me. It's just energy, which is the same as what I'm pulling in. Okay, you need back up. Don't touch me.
Just leave her alone.
Yeah, I had to just put like a wall. That's creepy. It feels like a fly or something is flying on my face, but as you guys can see, there is nothing here. Jeez Louise. Wait your turn, whoever you are. Alara, I wanted to get to what you said. Nick, why? What is up? Paranormal Pixie, I'd be more than willing to give you a few bucks for it. It doesn't matter what generation. That would be so helpful. So let me know what you want for it. If you want anything, I can at the very least reimburse you for the shipping. Just let me know, please. That would be tremendous, because then I don't have to buy another one. I can just buy the remote for the one, and then I'll have the one from you, the one that works, and the one with the new remote. And then I will only be out like $15 because that's how much remotes are. No big deal. I think I may have packed the remote because I bring so many bags with me because I'm always showing off my new bags that I get from Temu, which, by the way, guys, I have a bunch of extra stuff that I was sent from them that I want to gift. I still have shirts to gift. I really have to take time to sit and go through it and figure out how I want to work this. If I just want to randomly send gifts, like what if someone doesn't want a brown leather purse? I noticed Jilly Doom isn't in here, and I hope that has nothing to do with me, being mad at me. There is someone in here. who usually comes in here, and I hope this person is listening so they understand why I did what I did in ghosting them. So this person was saying in the chat that they were really depressed, you know, and they about had it. And I said, listen, email me. I'll give you my number. You know, you're a female. I'm a female. I get it. I will help you. What's up, baby UFO? You are on my reading list for this week, Friday. So your little love reading I promised you, I still got you. Don't think I forgot. So anyway, this person emails me. I give them my number. She gives me her number. And I was really sick. Remember that week where like I had no voice? I was blowing my nose, sneezing, coughing, all that stuff. Very energetically low as well. She messages me a picture and says, okay, this is so-and-so. Can you read on him? Give me a reading on him. Also, can you call in my dead father? Tell me all of his messages. Any other energy you see around me? Thank you so much for helping me. I said, I'm actually really physically sick right now. So channeling like this is not something I'm able to do. I said, and also I usually charge money for that. And I said, I will get back to you when I'm feeling better and see how I can help, because I meant that I would help you through, you know, giving you a shoulder to lean on and an ear to listen. Let me see what I can do. 4 hours later, she messages me again and she's like, do you have anything yet? What's taking so long? Why didn't you do? So I blocked her number. I panic when things like that happen. Instead of just saying like, I can't help you right now. Please stop texting me. That's my boundary issues. Any of you guys, I would say you have to put your foot down. You have to enforce that boundary and tell them that you don't work for free and they're being overbearing and pushy and making you uncomfortable. That's why I always tell you guys, I can't give y'all advice because I can't do that. I just blocked her. And I feel bad because I haven't seen her in here since. So I may unblock her and explain to her personally why I did what I did. It's been about 3-4 weeks. And hopefully she can come back in and we can move on from there. Who's next? Yes, baby UFO. I'm sorry. I do that to you every time. I'm like, who's next? Let me keep talking. I did say to you last week, I was going to give you a love reading for the month of July. So it's coming, baby. The only thing you have to do is email me because I need a place to send the link to the reading.
Okay, you ready now?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
I know how you love to ramble, and I'd love to listen to you ramble. You sure you're done? Richard's next. Richard Elmore.
You know who else I miss very much? Tracy Tritton.
Yeah, she
I don't
pops
know.
in like every blue moon now.
She messages me every once in a while to tell me what's going on and to apologize for not being in the stream. But it's like, I don't want her to apologize for not being in the stream. I would just want to make sure that it's not anything I did. And I don't think it is, because I want people to tell me like, Gemma, you upset me when you said this, or, you know, and I'm okay with that. And not only presumptuous, very, very demanding of me. Like she didn't even ask. It was just like, do this, 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 and this. Okay, great. Thanks. And, you know, especially when I'm physically sick. I think if you guys remember, I was having trouble with the readings because things kept getting in and I kept getting all kinds of distracted. I can't be channeling like that. And that's something that drains me of my energy, takes a lot of time for me to do. And it's hard. I don't want to do it for free. If I'm being honest, I don't want to. I don't want to do it for pay, which is why I charge so much for it, because I'm not comfortable in that space of my ability yet. And yeah. All right, Arisha, love you. Thank you so much. Beautiful soul. Go do your thing. I did not even know you had a daughter. I have more nieces and nephews, not just Tennille's. It was also someone who really like didn't participate in the streams except to like complain and never really offered any kind of I don't want to say kindness, but like they were only interactive with oh, bless your heart, baby. Go do your thing, sweetie. I got you. When it was about her, then she would kind of talk. And I just, you know, I'm not talking bad about her, just stating a fact, you know, but I felt bad for her. But then she did that. And I was like, wow, like, you know, and then it was like, P.S. I'm sorry you don't feel good. You know, like, oops, I better throw that in there real quick. You know who else? We're missing Shelly. So Shelly Montgomery Decker, if you guys are listening, come on in, please.
I saw Shelly the other night.
Did you?
Yeah, she's like a little busybody all over the place. So God only knows where she's at.
A busy bee, I think you mean, not a busybody.
Well, yeah, busy bee,
She's gonna
whatever.
be like, I know Steven doesn't like me. He called me a busybody. Is this
Well,
Richard Elmore?
yes, it is.
Oh fuck. AUFOC. All of the wait, what is it? How does that Britney Spears song go? Love me, hate me, say what you want about me, but all of the girls and all of the boys are begging to FUC gay me. And I was like, what is if you seek Amy? Like, I don't get it. And then it's, oh, they're begging to FUCK me. She's a sneaky little one. And I found the MGK pop, Funko Pop that you and I were looking at that you were going to get me. And I'm like, we're not paying $25 for that. $5.95 in Five Below.
Are you serious?
They had one left with the pink guitar and the shaggy hair.
Oh, you showed that. You showed me that. You got it.
Yeah.
And that's what I would have paid for. I couldn't believe they
know.
wanted that much. The one time that guy was a little expensive too.
Yeah, the Britney Spears one was $18.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous what he was wanting for stuff.
All right, Richard. Third eye blind in the reverse, in the shadow. Arisha says, love y'all, everyone. Have a good week. Ground yourself. I'm sending lots of love to everyone. Right back at you, sweetheart. You've got the gift, Richard, and there's no receipt for returns, but how do you share it? You are open to the messages that Spirit has to share with you, the whispered knowing in your ear. Now is the time to trust those messages. We often ask, but how do I know it's valid and not just my imagination? Trust and believe that messages from your spiritual team won't be one that's off of postcards. If they need to say something, they'll find a way to get it to you in a way that makes sense to you, like leaving change, okay? But Blue Crossroads will talk more about that. So listen, Richard Elmore, people ask me that all the time. And it took me years to really understand it. So the way I learned what was the difference between what was coming through from spirit and what was in my own head, because if you're hearing something in here, you hear it as a thought. So I can understand why people, if you're leaving AUFOC, why don't you let me read you before you go? Okay, so I started writing down questions to somebody that passed away in my life, or somebody I really wanted to channel and talk to. When the questions were answered in my head before I was done reading them out loud, and they were questions I did not have answers for, that's when I knew it was spirit. So I always tell you guys, and I tell people all the time when they ask this, if it's something that shocks you usually, or something where you're like, whoa, where did that thought? Like, why did I just think that? That's your spirit team or a deceased loved one, your ancestors, somebody who's a part of your team. It could even be your higher self trying to get messages to you. Now, the reason this card came up for you is because you're getting messages in the next week or two, or you have been in the past week or two, going forward to the next week or two, so for about a month, that you're supposed to be passing on, or messages of knowledge that you're supposed to be using to help people. But if you're not acknowledging the messages for what they are, then you're not going to help someone else with it. And that's what you're being called to do. So Richard, please pay really close attention to, if you're stuck in a situation, even personally, even if it's not about someone else, if you're stuck in a situation, okay, and you're either heartbroken or devastated, I feel this devastated energy. So I don't know what it is. Something's bothering you. And you just don't know what to do about it. You don't understand, like, why would this person say this? Or why did he or she do that to me? When the answer comes to you like that, and it's something you never expected, or maybe even something you were suspicious of, but weren't sure. When it becomes absolute fact in your head as thought, that is a message from your team. That is your answer. So please pay very close attention to this type of thing in the next week or two.
New England.
New England Dirt Roadie. I'm going to use the Vampire Oracle. I did not snorkel because I did not laugh. Wait, AUFOC, were you leaving? Do you want a reading right now? I didn't understand because you were speaking in a different language. Whoa, Casey, what's going on with you? Tell me somebody hacked her account or something. Yes, you may request a deck. I just want to see if AUFOC wanted a reading before he left. I believe you're a he. I don't mean to gender you. What do you need, New England? Let me know. The one that has the Knights Templar looking into the woods. Let's think on that for a minute. Knights Templar looking into the woods. I have this guy, but he's not looking into any woods. Hold on, let me peek at my decks over here. You got to be more specific. Let me go look at my decks, guys. Give me a second. Knights Templar are looking into the woods. What do I have here? So, not Dark Knight, not Wisdom of the House of Night. It's got to be one that I didn't pull out yet. Let me go see. They're right next to me, so just hold on a sec. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what one that is. Let me look at the ones I have here.
You must be more descriptive, New England.
Yeah, give me a minute because we may find it. I just don't see any Knights Templar guys. That's what's confusing me. I'm so sorry. No, I want to give you the one that you want. I just don't, I don't know which one you could possibly be talking about. I don't know what a Knight Templar is.
It's a guy in a night suit. He usually has a cross on his chest. You'll know them. They're usually dressed in white. You'll know it when you see it. It's a knight, and they wear garb that usually has a red cross on their chest.
All right, give me a second. Let me just look at the boxes, guys, because I want to accommodate him if I can, just like I would do for any one of you.
The deck is hidden with the ark. Yes, it is. They took him. It's probably with the covenant of the two.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, New England.
It says it's not important.
I know, but now it's gonna bother me. I'm like, which one?
Same way.
You know what it is? When I give the personals, I show the box, and the box is usually different. This is the only one I know of that I have with someone looking into the woods, but that's a chick, so that's not it. And I think Wisdom of the House of Night.
Being looked at by the top.
I've got my top people on this. This is going to really annoy me.
I actually believe you guys are supposed to get slammed tomorrow. And
Who?
we are too sometime. Oh, the weather's supposed to come through. Some are getting it now. We're supposed to get some of it early in the morning, then really bad again. And then another system starts a little south of us and Tennessee and everybody's gonna get it all the way to the coast. It looks pretty bad. But do your thing.
I was actually bummed because I bought this new snack from Five Below, and it's keto. My mom's like, "Oh, it's keto." She thinks I'm on a diet, but I'm not. I just use 310 shakes because they do help me lose weight. But I'm really not on a diet. I eat whatever I want. but it looked really good. So it was slivers of coconut with pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, walnuts, and almonds. And that's the snack. It's delicious. All right. You got nobility, card number 42. And I'm going to be looking through my decks tonight now, freaking out, trying to find a Knights Templar looking dude looking into the woods. It's going.
I can actually see her now. Going, where is it? Where is it? I know it's.
But I do have 150 decks left at my mom's, so it could be.
When's the last time you gave him the reading?
Last week, recently.
So,
okay. The vampires speak. There is something within you that we, the vampires, can recognize at this moment. New England Dirt Roadie, we want you now to focus on it, to recognize it, and to acknowledge it. You have nobility. People, humans that is, are often so confused by this world, feeling one must be from an old and aristocratic family to have any nobility and or noble blood within them. But some of the most corrupt, indecent, and coarse humans and vampires have had aristocratic origins. You have shown nobility of spirit and action, and you have behaved in a manner which has drawn our attention. Nobility is a sense of innate virtue or being able to do what is best and right when circumstances that would have been easier had we simply fallen into step with the prevailing thinking. You have helped the helpless. You have protected one who was weaker. You have spoken for the voiceless. You have been virtuous with no thought of reward, but this is the reward you did not ask for but deserve. For you are as a knight in the most chivalrous of tales, and you have lived with grace and are becoming a more refined being with each and every day. Vampires, when we have learned to live beyond the instincts of our new nature gives us, the instincts our new nature gives us can be noble creatures too, and we must fiercely fight to become so. And so we, who have lived according to a code of nobility, wish to honor you now and say you have done well. Accept the acknowledgement and know that the good deeds you have done so selflessly will ripple out into the world and make changes you may never see, but your soul will know you've made all the difference to one who is helpless and to whom you gave your aid. We honor you, noble sir, noble lady. Blessing, this is a wonderful opportunity to do the very best that you can do, which in turn will shift your vibration and attract wonderful new opportunities with honorable people to you. Curse, if you deny the nobility inside of you, it will become easy to go for the lowest option again and again. This will sully your soul. Working with this card, with this card's presence, you are asked to tune into that part of yourself that some of you call the higher self. You are being asked to do the right thing and do the best thing, even if it's not the most advantageous thing or the easiest thing. You are also being asked for a time to be of service and assistance for others and to give. There you go. And there's the connection, right? It mentions a knight. Knights Templars were of nobility. That's synchronistic. There is no coincidence in this world as far as I'm concerned. Okay. So New England Dirt Roadie, this is telling you that you've come really far. Okay. And while you may not understand what this card is talking about, you may be thinking like, who did I help? What? It could be an opportunity, an energy that's coming in, an opportunity for you to do the right thing when it's very hard to do it. And I believe, that you will do this. You've gone through so much spiritually in the last few months that I've been talking to you privately, working with you. Okay. I've seen you grow and change and become this very enlightened spiritual being, if not still a little crazed, but we all are, right? I feel like there is someone coming into your life like completely by accident, like literally you stumble over this person or they step into you or something. And I'll tell you the vision I'm getting in my head that they're showing me, okay? You're walking looking this way, someone else is walking looking that way, and I am seeing it as female, but it could just be a male that has a lot of feminine energy, femininity in their chart. You bang into each other, and this other person is very meek, mild. I see her like covering. So you're going to meet someone who I'm going to say you're going to maybe take pity on because of their situation, not in a bad way though. Like you want to help this person. You look at this person as vulnerable, even though you know they're strong, and you're in a position to help them with something. Right. New England Dirt Roadie. And I know that. And that's why I feel like this message is so important for you to understand. But understand it can't happen if you're sitting in your house, which, by the way, I still think you should get out of that specific apartment or you need to get out of there. That residual is really blocking your energy and it's not helpful. And no matter how much you sage and cleanse and clear, it doesn't seem to be working. But it was attached to you for so long. I've never seen someone with an attachment like the one you had for as long as you had it. It can mess you up. Get out, get out and about. What did we talk about? Do things even when whatever force is trying to influence you not to do it. Go out for a walk, go on a bike ride. Instead of sitting on the couch, whatever, binging Netflix, get out and ride your bike. Go and do something because this is how you're going to meet this person. This is how this opportunity is going to fall into your lap. It's definitely not happening with you sitting on your couch by yourself. It could be something having to do with social media where you get the opportunity to meet someone, but I honestly see you connecting by banging into this person, hitting them with a door. It's like kooky, but it's fun and it's breezy and it's light. I do feel like you are going to have to. I've had so many fatal attractions. It's not even funny how many restraining orders I've had to have in my life. But anyway, it's like you're going to have to take the first step. This person is very withdrawn. This person is very distrusting, but they're also very sweet and kind and honest and innocent. And it's just a beautiful relationship for you if you'll get out. And we've talked about you being influenced not to do things that you should be doing. And overcoming that influence. And I hope that you've been doing that.
You know who's not here too? Mr. Roberts.
Yeah, Mike Roberts, you're in trouble. Guys, please don't forget to donate. PayPal, Cash App. It really, really, really helps me. By this time of the month, I'm broke. I made a little bit over $100 this month from YouTube, including donations, because they take half of ad revenue and donations. So if you have it, if you're able, I hate even asking, and I hate that I have to mention it, but I'll mention it once and I'll mention it again at the end. So, and it's on the ticker. Also, Gemma Jade merchandise. www.jivecreations.com. It's right there in the ticker. Go and check it out. Even if you don't want Gemma Jade merch, go on in there and check you out some other stuff. I'm getting something made for my mom for her birthday. It's going to be a huge surprise. And I trust Arisha completely and totally to do this the right way. That time of the month, yeah, broke time of the month. Yes, it is. Yes, yeah.
It helps her run the stream and everything. So
It
it's
does
important.
because StreamYard, just for this basic streaming service, is $26 a month. Decks are anywhere between $18 and $56 and rising. The crystals that I do use them for work in private readings and even for this stream. Things like that, guys. I could tell you honestly, like 90% of it does go back into the channel in one way or another. That's all I'll say, and we can move on. I hate feeling like I'm like pandering
Gotta have my waffle sandwiches.
to money, and it pays for Ghost Dragon's waffle sandwiches. I mean, they're like $6 a pop these days. That's why he only gets one.
I don't even ask for chicken on it. Just good old peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Jelly, peanut butter and jelly. Okay, Melissa's next, and I'll timestamp her because she's in chat. I mean, her name shows up, so I'm sure she's here. She probably got called away.
That is one of my ultimate goals, okay? And listen here, buddy. I can't wait to see the picture you send me of you rocking a Gemma Jade shirt while drinking out of a Gemma Jade cup with a Gemma Jade bumper sticker on your car. I'm just saying. Melissa. Raven's wand. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then Mike sent me a little donation through Chime because he has Chime now, and it's so easy to send through Chime. But he'll message me every once in a while to tell me I'm beautiful, I'm awesome, and I'm a rock star. While meanwhile, he's running himself down into the mud and telling himself that he's nothing. So
yeah, I'll
sorry.
have to reach out to him because usually he texts me every so often. I hadn't heard from him for a while.
I was just going to say, we need to come together as a community, and not because we pity him. Mike, we're not talking about pitying you.
You're gonna
We
beat the
need to
crap out
offer
of
him
you.
support. Yeah, we need to offer him support and know that he does have a place here, even if it's only an online thing. He's still wanted, valued, and welcome because he doesn't have a lot of that in his life. And it's not fair because he's a good dude. He's a really good guy. Blue Crossroads, thank you. Nick, get a shirt or something. Get a bumper sticker. That would be awesome. Are you still firefighting? Do you remember when my sister's kitchen ceiling caved in during our family reunion and someone was on the toilet and they went they fell into the kitchen? We didn't know what to do. I just called Nick. I'm like, Nick the firefighter, let's call Nick. Poor Ricky. Oh my God. He just got done telling my sister too, like, you need to have this place inspected. There are some things going on here that aren't cool, that are a violation of the safety codes. She's like,
He
yeah,
literally just cursed himself, is what he did.
huh?
He literally just cursed himself by just saying that.
Well, he didn't live there. He was telling my sister.
Well, he said
She
it,
lived there.
and then she went upstairs and went to the bathroom.
No,
After
my
that,
brother-in-law did the next day. But my cousin and I used a Ouija board the night that Nick came in and told her about all that. Melissa, I'm shuffling, baby. And we got some really odd messages. This is when I was not working with my abilities and I was very drunk and we were being super disrespectful. And the next day when the ceiling collapsed, I was sent flying through the house, like literally off my feet against the wall. But had that not happened, the toilet would have fallen right on top of me. But yeah, it was really hilarious. He's like, all you hear is rah, and there's like water all over the place. Everyone had just got done taking a shower, so the floor, we didn't realize it was caving down. And the more wet it got from people getting in and out of the shower, and there was like 15 people. And Ricky, we call
15
him
people at once.
No, just like one after the other. We called him the Puerto Rican Frosty the Snowman because that is what he looked like. So imagine a brown Frosty the Snowman falling down with his pants around his ankles.
Did he at least land sitting up?
No, I don't remember. I actually don't remember because I was across the room at that point. But I remember one other time too. Poor Ricky. My sister and I sent him to the store to get us beer. And it was a blizzard.
Oh, geez.
He comes back like an hour later. No beer. He got hit by a car and had to crawl home.
Oh, my God.
My sister's like, you better go get me my beer. Then she looks at me and she's like, who gets hit by a car?
I did. They sent me to McDonald's one day.
Many people do.
Sent me to McDonald's one day when I was working as a groundskeeper to go get everybody lunch. So I went and got lunch. I got hit on the way there. When I came back, everybody couldn't understand me. Why took you so long? Oh, I got hit, but I still brought the McDonald's.
No, Mio, you're absolutely right. He needs to kick the negative garbage to the side. And we all do. Again, not an indictment. I just need him to know how important he is to this world because his energy dips lower than pretty much anyone I know. So I worry. Melissa, standing tall. I'm a professional. Blue Crossroads just did. As Wildwood's coven mother, Valonia Golfus watches over her witches from her treetop abode as she has for over 50 years. She is proud of them all, and although she is their chief, she regards herself as there to serve them. She is mindful of their needs and finds her own spirit lifted when she lifts theirs. In this way, goodness begets goodness, and Valonia's example ensures that Wildwood remains a bastion of healing and love. Melissa, who is this freaking person who is still affecting your energy, turning you into, a negative ninny, negative Nelly, whatever you want to call it? It's like you are who you are until this person is around, and then you're not you anymore. I understand it because I get called, like there's one person in my life who can get me to a place where I'm not kind, I'm not loving, I am no holds barred, taking no prisoners, screaming, hollering, yelling, stomping, throwing. But then I'm called a fake because with everyone else in my life, I'm loving, caring, compassionate, considerate, kind. I'm what you see right here. So where's the real me? It doesn't fall somewhere in between because 99.9% of the time, I am who I am. There is a person in your life doing the same thing, the narcissist, and I know you have one. They're trying to get you to react, and I feel like it's really weighing on you. I feel like you are trying to be positive and upbeat and being like, yeah, F him, I got this, I'm good. But there's a part of you that is insecure about it, that's still looking to the narcissist for approval, that you're never going to get it. This is telling you, be happy with yourself. Be the kind, loving, caring, light being that you were put on this earth to be. And stop worrying if you're good enough for someone who nothing is ever good enough for. That you are never going to please this person. They are never going to give you approval. Because the more you are on your knees begging for their approval, the more supply you're giving them. They need to keep you there. That is their whole mission. And yes, the real me is all of it because human beings can only take so much. But somebody like that will turn around and say, look how you pretend to be on stream. No, it's just that since I've gotten off drugs, you haven't taken a second to try to get to know me for who I really am. And I feel like, Melissa, you're going through that same thing where someone is making you question who you are and how you behave and question. Stop it. Like Michael Jordan said, stop it. Get some help. Like, you are enough. For every normal, non-narcissistic, non-abusive a-hole person in the world, you will be enough. You're beautiful. Shine your light out into the world. And don't let anyone make you second guess yourself. And I know it's easier said than done because I do it all the freaking time. But there comes a point where I have to say, no, you know what? That's not reality. That person is wrong. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing is right, and I lean on my friends. I lean on Ghost Dragons. I lean on Tennille. I lean on Blue Crossroads, Lara, and I pick anyone in here. Smoochie, Batmom, all of you guys. Mike, Nutslap. They always tell me I'm here if you need to talk. Nick, pick, you have so many people in here who will remind you who you really are and what reality is, Melissa. Behold! Shrimp.
Smoochie's next.
Mike, if you want a reading, please don't leave without one, though. I love raw garlic, too.
Yes, please make sure you yell if you have to leave. We'll get you in. Mr. Behold. Now I'll be
Last
right
one,
back.
guys. Yeah, Anna, that's absolutely true. And I don't even think they do care about themselves. Not really, because they don't even know who they are. They have no identity. Especially when there's someone who watches someone else who they deem as lower than them pull themselves together, make something of themselves. When they watch someone, because they usually love bomb people who they see as weak and easily manipulated. So when that person starts to understand the dynamic of the relationship, you go through a part of the relationship where you're begging, what did I do wrong? Why don't you love me? But then you finally get to a point where you're like, wow, this person actually never cared about me at all. Once you come to that radical acceptance of that, they hate to see you doing well because they feel like they're so insignificant that you don't need them anymore. When in reality, you never stopped loving them. You never loved them any different, but they see it as you will anyway. Or other times they like, who does this person think they are? Doing better than me, making more money than me, having more friends than me, bettering themselves, because narcissists have no concept of bettering themselves. Everything they do is right. So there's no room for improvement. There's no room for self-discovery. There's no room for self-reflection. They are right 100% of the time. Don't question it. Don't, challenge it. And if you do, you're bad. And they discard you immediately. All right, Smoochie. Mr. Behold. All right. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm trying out new hair pieces that don't involve me doing any permanent changes. So I have burgundy, I have hot pink, I have bright, like royal blue, like this can. And I have one that has gray in it. I just hit my lip, gray in it. And that one is my favorite so far. I wore it to RJ's graduation. I wore it all weekend. I bought like 2 more. Then I have just like a regular little black one. I got all different kinds. Okay, I have an addictive personality. So when I find something that I really like, I have to keep going. But thank you. So, Smoochy, you got donkey skin, card number 30. My father had this crazy plan of marrying me. I tried to discourage him by asking for incredible dresses, among which a dress as bright as the sun. As he could provide them, I asked for his magical gold producer donkey skin, and when he provided it too, I escaped, disguised in that same donkey skin. Eventually, I found a prince. My father married another woman. I could shine again in my beautiful dresses, and everything went well at last. You have run away for too long, Smoochy, hiding yourself from the world, feeling ashamed and lonely, disguising your true feelings, your true face, and your true beauty. There is nothing to fear anymore. You don't need to put on an ugly skin anymore. A time of radiance is beginning for you. Dare to show your true colors. Put on your brightest outfit and shine like the sun. Light fits you so well. Smoochy, just be you, honey. I feel like there may be at least one person in your life as well where like you feel like you have to tone it down a little for them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to meet someone like that soon, that you feel like uncomfortable being you. Honey, don't be around that person because you are perfect. I think that you and I would get in so much amazing trouble, and we will once we finally meet, because there are times when I'll think something and you'll write it, you'll type it. And I love it. But either you just got over a situation, relationship, friendship, whatever, a situationship, whatever it was, where you were kind of holding back and not really being your true self, not really expressing your true opinions. And the universe is saying, F that, be yourself, do no harm, but shine your light out there as bright as you want to shine it, and be as bold and outrageous as you want to be. You are entitled to be that. Don't let anyone try to change your mind or influence your opinions or decisions about certain things. Just be Smoochy. For the next week or two, at the very least, try just, with kindness and harming none, saying what comes to mind, saying how you really feel, putting your thoughts and opinions out there unapologetically. Again, we're not talking about cursing people out and things like that. Roger Blair, are you still here? I actually have to use the little girl's room while we wait for Roger to answer, and I will be right back, guys. Please don't go anywhere. Steven, talk to them. No music. Blue Crossroads, with me, you're going to have to settle for a battle-weary night. At least I still have my locality, commitment, and true love. There you go. And if that's truly in your nature, and that's truly what you have in your heart and on your mind, go with the flow with it. Trust it. You can't go wrong with love. Even if you're loving the wrong person, you're still learning valuable lessons for love in the future. Never stop giving with all your heart and soul and unconditionally to the people you love because someone hurt you. Before I met you guys, I'll tell you something. I always used to say, the world hurts, people hurt. Everybody will abandon me. I'm not a good mom. I don't deserve to have children. I don't deserve love. Because if I did, I wouldn't have been so abandoned and let down. And then I came into this community and I was like, wow, how accepting these people are, how beautiful and loving. Like, you guys taught me again how to love myself and also how to love others, even when there are certain situations happening in my life where I don't feel loved, where I feel neglected and useless and insignificant. You guys take that away. I just lost 3 people talking about this. My viewers went from like 23 to 19. I'm sorry. Smoochie, go to your man, honey, and I will be here when you return. I'll be right back, guys, okay?
I am on mute. I was on the wrong button. But yeah, thank you, Blue. Um, I don't know about this Saturday, but the next Saturday, the week from this Saturday, I'm going to start doing the videos. The guy wants to talk to me. He has some things he wants to talk to me about before I show his videos. Nothing bad. He just has some suggestions. Yeah, I was on mute. I turned on I unmuted my StreamYard, but I forgot my wire. But that's about it. And then Friday night will probably be the usual, about midnight to whenever we get bored. Whatever you guys get bored of me. Yeah, to talk. I'm about tempted to turn the music back on just to upset her. She's probably listening to me. I know she is. See, let's see. What else do? What's this one? Coffee? Pretty sad. Blue, why don't you do me some music?
So listen, I'm pretty upset. I bought this clip that's supposed to be also a ponytail holder, and the concept of it was amazing. Look how small this thing is. Like, my hair does not fit in this thing, but look at the concept of it, how it's round, so it could be a ponytail holder too.
Right.
Another gift. Who's next? Roger Blair did not answer?
No, he did not, so go ahead and do Nut Slap.
Nut Slap! I'm going to use the Night Fairies Oracle. No, I'm back. The Friday Talks. A lot of people do. Every single week, someone reports him for something. They stopped bugging Lara, but every time I do the review, they bring me back to full monetization, so it's no big deal. And like I said, we know who's doing it. It's sabotagers, jealous people.
Oh, I know who it's doing it.
A succubus.
Because he was in there that night.
A succubus and an S-word predator. Who? He was in here?
No, he was in there Friday night when I was on.
That's what I'm saying.
They report me Friday night. Did they do that again?
Yes.
Yeah, I know who it is. I know who it is. They won't like it next time.
And I really don't want to say, because I know that you are a fan and a follower. I'll just say that they will be revealed for who and what they really are when the universe is ready to reveal them. Anyone who asks for certain kinds of favors from women that they think are weak, and then when the woman doesn't provide, she is discarded and completely cut off, sabotaged for interviews, and the whole community kind of turns their back on her. And this person is like beloved by everybody. It's going to come out. And it's not even really that person. It's the other one that's like stuck. That's why I call this other person a succubus, because I believe 98% of this person's bad behavior is because of this person that they teamed up with. It is what it is. I wish them nothing but love and peace, respect, and happiness. And I hope that once they are exposed for who and what they really are, that they recover from it and they don't lose everything. All right, Nutslap. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. The fire within. Absolutely, without question. Born with the drive to constantly move forward and make razor-sharp decisions followed up by swift action, this fairy has a fire within that is untamable as a stallion and wild like a forest blaze. Relentless motion, constant action, ruling with an iron fist. Light the fire and let it burn. Nutslap. Where did it go? Here it is. The fairy of the fire within calls us to recognize that there is an incredible potential for boundless creativity and an explosion of energy inside of us. The fire. Channel your fire when working through challenging or even mundane tasks. Remember your inner fire. You can always fan the flames for an extra boost. Nutslap, this is kind of about, it is about not giving up. Hey, Miss Vat. Nice to see you. Welcome. So, Nomeo, if you need me to read for you quickly before you lose us, let me know. Nutslap, this is about not giving up. I feel like you could be getting overwhelmed. Okay, in the next week or two, it's like still stuck in this space of, I know I want more out of my life, but I don't know how to go about getting it. And the things that I do know that I can do are like, how do I even do them? Like this whole thought process. And the fact of the matter is, you have it within you to do, be, create anything that you want. You just have to believe that enough. And I feel like when people are overwhelmed in general, it's like you're not realizing that there's anything more because you're stuck literally, and I hate to quote you too, but you're stuck in a moment you can't get out of. And I always say, you can have a moment. It's okay to have a moment, but you cannot stay stuck there. This card is telling you to get on the ball. If you have plans in your head that you don't even know like how they're going to work, the universe is urging you, challenging you even in the next week or two to take a leap of faith. Okay, to take a leap of faith. Don't worry about the who, what, when, where, how, and whys of it. Just take the first step and the universe will carry you. It'll help you soar. It'll ignite the fire, the passion within you. But you have to take at least the first step. And it may be scary. And I always use the very big example of say that you are a battered, I use battered woman with children, and you're being physically abused, you're being hurt, but you have nowhere to go. You have no family left. You have no friends left because of the abuser. You don't have money. You're not allowed to have a job. You have no access to funds. You don't drive. You don't have a car. What do? Where do you go? This would be the universe saying, grab your kids, as much stuff as you can carry, and just go. The universe will put people, places, things, opportunities in your path to get you moving forward, to get you out of this rut. Obviously I don't believe you're being abused. I don't see that on you, but I feel like you're like emotionally abusing yourself a little bit, where it's like, you're just like, well, whatever, this is what it's going to be. I'm that negative self-talk. So reevaluate your self-talk. Miss that. And I am sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know there's a K in there somewhere, and I don't mean to be rude or disrespectful. Since you're new, this is the first time you're here, I want to welcome you and also let you know, if you would like a reading, let us know, because we do not make the newcomers wait in line. We will bump you up. Nomeo, let's do it. I'm going to use Wisdom of the Hidden Realms again. This deck is actually working out really well. And I'm still like stuck on the Knights Templar thing. I feel like, Netter, you might be confusing two decks. Like, I see the knight on the talisman, but there are no woods. So I'm like, is it this one? Like, that's not a knight, but it is someone dressed in white, and there are woods. So it's going to bother me until I figure it out. It's not the wisdom of the House of Night. I just don't know. All right. Nomeo. Nick, you better not leave without a reading. That's all I'm saying. Watching you, Yatsula. The sun dancers in the shadow. You're very welcome. And I'm always here if you need me. I know it takes me hours and hours and sometimes an entire day or two to get back to you, but I will always get back to you and I will always help you to the best of my ability. I love you guys. You guys are my family. Most of you are a part of my actual soul family. All right. Nomeo, the sun dancers. Beware of losing yourself in your dreams of the future when the sun dancer comes to challenge you. Their message is sweet and simple. Stop what you're doing and go have fun. Celebrate what is and don't worry about what will be or what could be. Be here and now. Just be just for today. Guys, I have been saying this the entire stream. Like, focus on the now. Focus on this moment right now as if it were the only moment. What are you doing? Are you fully present in the experience that you're having, for better or for worse? You will find your answers, but only after you've made time to play. Tomorrow, after all, is another day, and the sun will rise again to shed its warmth and light on all that needs clarity. You can count on that. And Nomeo, you've gotten this card a few times where it's like, go have some fun. Maybe unplug for a little bit. I know you like drive cross country. You drive like super far distances. You spend a lot of time in your truck and truck stops. Find a way to do something that you like to do. All work and no play make Nomeo a dull boy. Seriously. And I know you do have fun. You were just talking about, getting private dances from exotic dancers. I think that should be G enough for YouTube. And that's fine. If that's what you like to do, go and do that. Do you, but please do not get caught up in the what ifs or the what was. Focus on now. And I don't know how or why, because this is only one card. It's not a full personal. Whoa, it's going to come into play sometime in the next week or two. Dude, a shadow just moved so quick across the side by the air conditioner. It was like I blinked and I missed it. I hate when they do that. Guys, don't forget donations, please, to PayPal and or Cash App. Obviously not and Cash App. I also have Chime if you guys need the information for that. Super chats, super stickers. Gemma Jade merch is available, jivecreations.com, and all of the links to the Kindle and paperback versions of Missing the Faith Theory, Encounters with Evil, and Shadow Entities, Sleep Paralysis, and Beyond, and Danger at Your Doorstep, Terrifying Encounters with Black-Eyed Kids. I'm almost done with that one, so go and hit it up. Nut Slap, keep it clean, please. Keep it clean. And okay. Exactly. Stop fretting about the past and worrying about the future. Live in the now. I've been hearing this all week, and it's been coming to me. And I feel like the reason it's been coming to me so much is because it was meant to be for tonight. Like, it was meant for me to try to start understanding and so that I can give you guys that message.
Okay. Long Island is next. Long Island Bigfoot. But
Long Island Bigfoot, if you're still here, let us know, hon. He might have just came in to say hi and left. He did just get a full personal. Yeah, personals half price, $20 for the month of. I'll be doing them for July. PayPal and Cash App only, please. 7 to 12 cards. All about you. General remote. Who's after Long Island Bigfoot?
Pixie, but did she leave?
I don't think so.
Pixie,
I told her to let us know. Lara, are you still here, babe?
And if she don't answer, you can go ahead and do AUFOC.
Baby UFO. I'm trying. I'm trying to shine as brightly as possible and to bring as many of you with me as I possibly can. I just want to dedicate my life and my career to helping others, which is why I'm trying to work my way towards a spiritual retreat. I'm trying to get to all of us together, as many as possible, in the Pine Barrens for a Jersey Devil hunt and a spirit call, a seance. You know, I'm a physical medium. I can call the spirits. Maybe we can cross someone over. I can make some light, right? Power Unity, November 3rd through 5th. I will be there with my mom, Dave Schrader, the Ghost Brothers. I am totally going to fangirl on Dave Schrader and the Ghost Brothers. Let me just tell you. All right. Is it Lara?
Go ahead and do Laura. She's here.
Lara, magic of you. Because you are magical, baby. Okay, Nails, you can stop impeding my reading process, please. I have one card here that I can't get. Okay. The card of detox, imagine. Blue Crossroads, please let me know if Mike Roberts responds. I'm going to message him after stream and make sure he's okay. Oh, there it is. Panacea. And I know I'm pronouncing this wrong. I think it's Panache. Panache. I don't know. Card number 23. Again, that's my favorite and most luckiest, most abundant number. And it's come up 4 times tonight now. There is a solution for every problem, Miss Pixie. And let's find out what this is all about. Yeah, Edna, you're lucky. They used to torment me. They used to try to compel me to do terrible things to myself. Lara, when a situation, person, or thing appears to tie you down and hold you back, at the same time, there's a blessing of an opportunity for a solution and the rebirth of the situation. The maiden on the card floats along, her feet not even touching the ground. This image conveys that day-to-day events in the grand scheme of her life are not holding her down or holding her back. The rope and the rock on one foot might slow her, but the snake, an ancient symbol of the goddess, on the other, is simultaneously rebirthing her. When Panacea appears, allow a situation to transform and rebirth. In fact, expect that it will. Why don't you just reach down and untie the knot yourself? It's loose. Why are you slow to relinquish this sense of being weighed down? Why are you holding back your own magnificence? When we feel circumstances are limiting us, we should consider that maybe we are fearful of change, of being all that we could possibly be. Miss Vat, I wrote a whole book on them. They're just I'm a physical medium. Not much scares me. I spend more time with the dead than I do the living, and I love it, and I wouldn't change it for anything. But the shadow people, they drive me nuts. Miss Pixie, this card also represents the proven limitations of the patriarchal system and mindset, and how the goddess is surely rising as the snake-clad foot floats higher. Rise above petty squabbles and situations that would see the divine feminine suppressed. Honor the divine feminine in your life. The indigo blue flowers speak of eternal wisdom, the wisdom a child is born with and then forgets. Simplify things. Remember, you were born knowing. Let your life grow. It's time to let go of your fears and explore your next adventure. I do feel like there's an opportunity here, Miss Lara. Yeah, totally outing you. There's a major opportunity coming in for you, or one that you've already been offered. And I feel like you're really excited about it, but you're also like constantly and consistently going over all the reasons that like it's not going to work, all the reasons that it could fail, all the reasons why you're not the one for the job, why you're not good enough. And it's just, honestly, no judgment. It's ridiculous. Because if somebody's offering you something that you know, like, you need to know you're badass. The person or people who are making this offer to you, they know what they're doing. They're professional people, and I do feel like this is in a professional situation. I also think you don't have a lot of support with whatever this is. Excuse me, personally. And I'm not saying your spouse isn't supportive. I don't know. What I'm channeling, though, is that I feel like you feel like the people closest to you may not be as supportive as you'd like them to be. But the universe is saying, so what? Do it anyway, and then watch how everything turns around for you. It's another card of don't get stuck in the moment and stop being afraid of change. Fear is driven by ego. Ego is edging God out, whether you believe in God or not. I do. That's the reason I say that. But ego is fear. Fear is ego, period. Do not do anything out of a place of ego. You got this. If an opportunity comes in, you take it if you really want to. And think about all of the ways you are going to kick butt and rock it. Take that leap of faith. The fool at the beginning of the journey. But guess what? By the end of it, he ends up with the world. And if you think about the fool in traditional tarot, he doesn't have much with him. He's got like that tiny little sack on his back, and sometimes he has a dog. I'm not really a tarot reader, so I don't know if he always has a dog, but sometimes it's there. He's just going off on his journey with a tiny little light and a tiny little sack. And at the end of it, he has the entire world. Yes, he has tower moments. Yes, he meets the devil along the way, but he makes it, even though he's probably afraid. Attachment is fear. Absolutely. About, 6 months ago, I think I said to you guys, I'm going nuts in my head because I realized I'm not afraid so much of failure as I am of success. That's why I was waiting on doing the Anytime Oracle. Oh, yeah. Because I was afraid of the response I was going to get. That's why I was, still doing true crime, even though I didn't really feel it, because I thought that people weren't going to accept me in the paranormal community. I was afraid not only of failing, I was afraid of succeeding, of people having this higher expectation of me than I was able to live up to. But guess what? Now I have high expectations of me that I never fear living up to because I always strive to do my best. And doing your best is what the universe is asking you for. Stop letting the what ifs hold you back, because this opportunity specifically is going to put you right where you want to be and where you need to be in order to be on your spiritual journey and your path. Behold, who's next?
Nick.
Nikki.
Nikki.
I'm going to use the Divine Circus. Good, I'm glad. Gemma Jade, as of now, it's showing he has not read the message. He's been texting with me every other day, but have not heard from him in a while. Ghostdragonzw has also, and not heard from him. Okay, I'll reach out too right after stream. And I feel, Andrew, I feel the same exact way. I can't wait either. I felt like a lot of excitement, and like you being like, oh my God, I can't believe this, and it's something I think that you want, but you haven't even vocalized yet. And you're not like running around telling people, this is what I want to do. This is where I expect to be. This is what I'm striving for. You're kind of just going along your path, doing what you feel is right intuitively. And then all of a sudden you run into this, this stepping stone to what you've ever wanted, everything you've ever wanted, or at least a lot of it. And you weren't even looking for it. Hey, Ted, welcome. All right, I've got to start making these shorter because I've got to end by 11. All right, Nick, let's do this. Sacred Fool. Card number 28. Nick, there's much to be said for common sense, practicality, and a grounded approach, especially with spiritual matters and creating a life that fulfills your dreams. But if you're really going to live, love, thrive, and create this lifetime to be original, then you're also going to need to be willing to run the risk of being seen as the fool. We literally were just talking about the fool. Literally. Some people will call you stupid, naive, foolish, and delusional if you dare to dream and follow that dream in all of the ways you can possibly imagine. If you refuse to give up, even if others tell you that if it hasn't happened by now, it's never going to happen, they might say you're a child, silly, disconnected from their idea of the real world. Don't listen to those voices. They don't understand that the power of the fool is truth. It's in the court. The fool was the one the king would trust and ask for advice. Why? Because he was allowed to speak the truth where others would try to make politically smart choices to win them power. The fool just called a spade a spade. When the fool in you speaks, it's to tell you something that's true. It might seem inconvenient, frightening, or even exciting. It might turn your world upside down or inspire you with greater happiness and faith. It's not your job to reason it away or say that it's too difficult or too dangerous or potentially deluded to act upon that particular truth. It's your job to remember that the game of life can only be won if you're willing to take the risk and play it. Got to be in it to win it, baby. So when the sacred fool is a part of your hand, listen up, take a chance, take a risk, and forget about what other people think. Instead, listen to yourself and live true. Nick, you are allowing someone or several someones to influence you way too much. Like, I feel like there's either something you want or something you want to do. There's some situation in your life where if you hadn't been listening to at least one other person, you would be much closer to whatever your ultimate goal and dream is. The problem is your fear of letting someone down, your fear of someone thinking that you're not a nice guy, your all of these things that you're internalizing, when at the end of the day, the fool is the truth, right? I was just telling Lara, and Lara, this message is also for you. And Nick, Lara's message was for you. It's time to start your journey. You don't need a whole lot, a little sack on your back and a small flashlight and maybe a little dog. Like, just take the risk. Whatever it is, don't think about the what ifs. Don't think about what's going to happen next. Just think about in that moment, you are accepting that opportunity for greatness, for change. It is kind of creepy looking, right?
Yeah, it is.
Who's next?
Baby UFO, I hit it too fast.
Baby UFO, I'm going to use the Archangel Animal. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I really want to belt it out. I sound horrible when I don't belt it out. Forget what we're told. I can't do it because they're downstairs. All right. Baby UFO. And like I said, your reading is coming. You're on my list for Friday. So guys, don't forget, half price readings. Gemma Jade merchandise finally available at jivecreations.com. PayPal Cindy Kelly 301. Cash App $ GemmaJadeYT. Hit it up, please. Oh my gosh, Ted, thank you so much. First one of the night, doing big things. Thank you. I really do appreciate that sort of support. And again, the merch is available. My books, the links are available. Issue 6 of the Paranormal Press magazine and the coloring book, which I always cover with deck boxes. And I wish I didn't because I'm so proud of that coloring book. I think he did another one. Ted Branson, sincerely and from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. The super chats go to my pay at the end of the month. The PayPal and Cash App goes to immediate. Miss Lara, just let me know what you want for that Fire Stick and shipping, okay? Because I mean, that would be amazing. I would definitely send you, if I had to send you like a money order or cash, or I'll do it, whatever it takes. No problem, Ted. You can always go back and listen, leave a positive comment. All right, Baby UFO, you got the B. Spread heart healing with joy. Archangel Praminilek. Bees are fifth dimensional insects who come from the Pleiades, the wondrous plane of heart healing. Their service work is to be pollinators for Earth, and so they are instrumental in the survival of our planet. They travel enormous distances to collect nectar to make honey, and wherever they go, they happily pour healing into the land. Animals, and people. Angels use the vibration of their humming sound to communicate love to those in the vicinity. Their sole mission is to teach about sacred geometry and to spread the Pleiadian heart healing. Guidance. The bee card reminds you to do everything with joy. When you serve others in the planet with your heart open, an alchemical change takes place both in the giver and the receiver. You become one and thus spread oneness throughout the universe. Solidarity and togetherness grow in the consciousness of the world. So let your actions be purposeful and allow the higher purpose to work through you and to guide you. Then your life flows and the highest good always unfolds for you. The bees also guide you to remember the power and light conferred by the use of sacred geometry. Use its principles in your home and workplace, and the angels will sing over you, bringing light and peace. Everything is go with the flow, okay? Everything is... Oh my gosh, I love In Excess, by the way. So everything is chill. And I know that you have a lot of worries right now and you have a lot of things on your plate, just like everyone does. There is a shift in the consciousness occurring, but the problem is it's shifting to the other way. The sleepers are overtaking the collective right now, but that's okay because we are going to win in the end. I was hoping it would have happened by now, but it's now just starting. The curve is just starting to come back up for us. I hate that the same message keeps coming through, but in a way I love it because it just reinforces that we cannot get caught up on the what ifs. We cannot listen to the people who tell us we're not good enough, we're not going to make it. All of those very negative things that you don't understand how things can affect your spirit, right? When someone puts in the comment section of one of my videos, when I'm just doing a video, just reporting story time with Gemma or doing one of these streams, and they tell me to start a gas leak in my house and make sure I keep all the windows closed. That's hurtful. But it's things like that I have to learn. Like, I don't even know that person. They wouldn't say it to my face 99% of the time. And even if they did, I shouldn't be letting that affect me. You're allowing things and people and situations, even though they're painful, to affect your energy way too much. I do feel like there's a soul connection coming through for you as well in the next week or two, possibly the next month or two at the longest. Okay. So I feel like you are going to meet someone, and this person is a soulmate. And the problem is, if you're so caught up in the negative vibration, lower vibrational emotions of a certain specific situation that you're tangled up in right now, you are not even going to notice this person for who and what they really are. So it's like you're looking at this person as the enemy, but at the end of the day, if you would take the time to take emotion out of it and just live in the moment and ask them about them, or try to talk to them like they're not the enemy, you're going to connect with this person, and it's going to be insane in the best possible way. If you hang on to this kind of, it's not guilt. It's like, what is the word I'm looking for? It's like vengeance that I'm feeling. Not like you're like out to like avenge somebody, but I feel like you're like, this was wrong. This shouldn't have happened to me. And I'm going to do everything I can to take down this person, this situation, this organization. I don't know why that's coming into my head, but it is what it is. Make sure you don't put blame where blame doesn't need to be placed. Who's next?
Mike J.
Behold, human spirit. Night, Nikki. Excuse me, sir. My Red Bull just went like sliding this way across the table. Sheikh Sula, why did you just say that? Wow, that just gave me a flashback to like 2010. Did you just call him Sheikh? Oh, thank you, Ghost Dragons, the lovely dragon. Sheikh Sula, I forgot we used to call you that. Sheikh Sula, the Mike Ruler, the old schooler. You want a trip? I'll bring it to you. Do you guys remember that cartoon with the little meatball and the shake and the french fries, and they were roommates? Yeah, Red Bull gives you wings. I have a Red Bull problem. Trust me, I'm trying to break it. So, guys, I'm just going to take a drink here of my Gemma Jade cup. Oh, is that what his picture is of? I was like, how did you know that? That's so personal. I didn't realize that. It's hard for me to see. I see that Ted Branston has a little doggy or a big doggy. But nuts up, I don't know what your picture is. Arisha's back. Hey, girl. All right. I forgot who this is for.
Michael.
Mike J. Where are you, Mike?
He's there.
You got, baby, I'm a star. I see a running theme, and I've never pulled this one yet, and I turned right to it. Card number 9. That's what it was called. Aqua Team Hunger Force. Oh my God, that's so funny. Hold on. Where are my sunglasses at? You're a star, baby. Shine on, shine on. Sometimes when we are so full of inner light, we can't see it ourselves. And that's exactly what we're talking about in this community, in this stream right now. You have a certain je ne sais quoi that everyone can see and feel. It's magnetic, a certain magic that attracts the right people and circumstances to you. The stars just seem to align for you. The dots connect. And when you put your mind to something, it just falls into place. When you have star power, it's important that you share it. Okay. Sharing your light, your shine, and gifts with others allows us all to grow and evolve along with you. When one of us shines, we all shine, but you are the lead role. So step into the spotlight, Mike, and take a bow, because today you are all that, boo. I swear it says that. Cut. That's a wrap. Get this baby a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame. So, I mean, what more can I say about that? Mike, you are vibrating so high right now, and I don't even think you realize it. I feel like people are going to start coming to you in the next week or two for advice. And I do feel like at first it might be a little uncomfortable because you don't realize how well equipped you are to give advice to people. Just go for it. If somebody asks you for advice, just give your best advice. Come from a place of love, come from your heart center, your Christ light, and give the advice. And I guarantee you, they are going to appreciate it. They are going to thrive from it. It's going to be some of the best advice they've ever gotten. If you do this, if you can help people in this way the next week or two, you are going to bring yourself along on the road to your destiny so much faster than if you were like, well, I don't really know. I don't want to get involved. This doesn't mean getting involved in conflict or disorder. It means if someone asks you for help and you can do it, do it. Do it without regret. Do it without thinking of how it's going to negatively affect you. Like, helping someone move and it's your only day off, but you're going to do it out of the kindness of your heart. Don't think, oh my gosh, it's my only day off. This sucks. I got to do this all day. Think, wow, I'm so blessed to have this person in my life and to be able to help them right now. That is what the universe wants to see from you. Behold, you got to just walk in. Star power, baby. You got this, boo. Y'all want to see my sunglasses? Hold on. I got them in brown and black, but this is how I roll. Yes, Miss Vat, there is time for you. I love them. They're actually called Jackie O vintage sunglasses. So who do we have next? Ted and then Miss V. That's like the Tom Cruise type 80s vibe going on. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. All right, Ted, I'm using the Dark Lights Oracle. Ghost Dragons, can you put my PayPal and Cash App in the chat, please, in case anybody feels like they want to donate? Gemma O. That's so funny. Yeah, they're actually called Jackie O vintage sunglasses. I have them in brown and black. The black ones are in my purse because I wear them constantly. 2 or 3 years ago for Mother's Day, Ray bought me, they're not Louis Vuitton. Who are they? Some really awesome designer sunglasses. They just have smaller eyes, and I like the really big ones. But they were Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton? No. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy.
Okay, before you do this, who you were going to do next?
You said Ted.
Ted next, and then who was?
Miss V.
Miss V. Oh, is that the one? Okay, and then we have Madison and Casey too.
Madison?
Yeah, she asked if she could get a timestamp. She didn't have her earphones for work.
Okay, so that's fine. Casey, I just gave her a personal, so.
Okay.
Hey, Eris, what's up?
No reading for him. Okay.
There was a person in Monday's, like the encounters I was talking about on Monday, a person named Eris, and I thought of you right away. Ted, you got the card of imagination, card number 15, Beyond Limits. My mind can create anything, opening up a world of possibilities. I can imagine a castle in the sky, a river of fog, a gigantic clock, or anything I fancy. My creativity is unlimited. You may call it daydreams. I call it inspiration. The wildest of human creations were once just a crazy idea in someone's mind. So don't repress yourself. Let your imagination run wild. Give it free rein. Invent splendors and castles and magical lands and visionary worlds. Tomorrow you may question the feasibility of your project, but today only dare to dream and imagine beyond measure. The frontiers of your mind are your only limits. Can I please call the attention to the fact that it says, just focus on today. How are you feeling today? What do you want to do today? Bye, Eris. Love you. Yeah, you're the only cool Eris. Don't worry. I knew that immediately. This one was a chick. I'm like, a chick named Eris? Seriously? Not my Eris. So anyway, focusing on today is the theme of the next week or two for all of us, regardless of what your reading said, what it was about. It doesn't matter. Being present in the moment. Ted, no limits, creativity, inspiration, wild dreams, fancies, utopian views, world of possibilities. Your affirmation, I follow my imagination. Though I apply myself not to get lost in chimeric dreams, I let my creativity express itself to the fullest. This is about not getting caught up with something that's unreasonable or feasible, but it's talking about doing you. Again, I'm getting the message of like, who are you allowing to hold you back? You guys are so funny. Who are you listening to that you're not, I don't know, creating something? It's like you want to be an artist, but like somebody's telling you don't know how to draw a stick figure. Or you want to be a singer, or it's about creating something. Ted, I don't know anything about you. I know that you're awesome, a beautiful soul, a light worker, probably most likely an empath, but you also have something that you want to do, something burning inside of you, whether you realize it or not. And I feel like in the next week or two, if you don't know, it's going to hit you like that, like a ton of bricks. Like in the middle of the night, you're going to jump up and be like, oh my gosh, that's what Gemma was talking about. Like for me, my entire life, it was writing a book. It was any book. It was having my name on a book that I wrote and that I researched and that I did the work on. And guess what? 2 years ago in September, I made that dream happen. It became a reality. But there was certain people that I expected would support me the most, that would cheer me on, that would dance around the house with me, that would celebrate me for coming out of my addiction, making something of myself, and writing a friggin' book, my lifelong dream. But this person did not do that. They went like this. Meh. And that was hurtful, but it didn't stop me from writing 2 more books. And now I'm writing my 4th book. That's kind of the situation I'm seeing here. The universe wants you to just go with it. If you have a thought, go with it. And if you feel like it's not working, then just move on. But don't worry about like, don't worry about what other people think about what you're doing. Unless you flat out ask for their advice, honestly, it shouldn't matter. Miss V, I'm going to use Della and wait, and then I'm going to end it for the night. I have to say once again, jivecreations.com, Gemma Jade merch. Guys, if you order something, let me know. Take a picture of yourself with it. I would die if I saw that. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
You're not going to do Madison?
What?
You're not going to do Madison?
Oh, yeah, I've got to do Madison too. I didn't see her come in.
Oh, she came in and asked, and it was like...
No, that's definitely okay. I just forgot because she's not in here.
Cool.
And it did look like the bat signal, didn't it? Look at it. It's actually a castle in the sky. I feel like your imagination is going to bring you an opportunity that you otherwise never would have thought of. It's like you have this fantastical thought that's so out there, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's there. It's happening. All right, Miss V. And again, I know that that's not actually what your name is, but I don't know how to say it. And I offend people all the time with my mispronunciations. Ooh, the Snow Queen. I don't pull her often. Card number 20. And by the way, thanks for coming in, Miss V, and showing your support. And now you're a gemstone. You're a part of the crew. We're here Thursday nights as well from 8 to whenever we want to finish. Chillaxing and chatting. We just go with the flow with whatever you guys want to talk about in chat, or if there's something pressing in the paranormal community or something that happened to one of us. Okay, I'm getting ready for bed. I was boring in my lonesome castle, so one day I kidnapped a boy who had been wounded by pieces of a magical broken mirror and could not feel anything anymore. But there was this little girlfriend of his. She overcame many perilous adventures to find her friend. When she arrived in my castle, Kay did not even recognize her at all, for his heart was frozen. This is the premise of Disney's Frozen, by the way. Gerda cried, and her tears warmed Kay's heart. They left my palace, and I was left alone again. You're in such a state of isolation, Miss V. It's not healthy. It has to stop. You have to get out of your frozen castle. You have to make some new friends. You have to learn how to warm your world. You have been experimenting loneliness. I think it meant experiencing loneliness and autarky for long enough. Spring has come to you again. You need sun, you need flowers, you need green trees. So put an end to your own winter and go create some joyful new bonds. I've never pulled this card before, I don't think. Maybe once. So Miss V, I don't know if you're truly like physically isolated. A lot of us in this community. Oh, massive attack. I get it now. Thanks, guys. I'm so old. I'm a 40-year-old, 80-year-old. I don't know if a lot of people in this stream in particular and in this community are very isolated, and we're self-isolated, right? Whatever's happening is making my teeth look yellow and it's annoying me. The universe is saying, whether it's like this isolation where you don't have anyone to talk to, or whether it's like a physical isolation, you have to make changes in your life. And I feel like you know what needs to go. You know who needs to go. You know what needs to go. It's just There's this air of comfort there. There's this comfortability and you not wanting to walk away from something. It's not so much fear of change because it's like, you know, that you would be happy doing whatever this is or leaving behind whoever. I can't tell what that smiley face is. Whoever this is, like whatever these changes are, whatever this big change is, like, you know, it would be fine. Like it's actually preferable, but then you have to actually do it. Like, just for instance, this, I'm not saying this is what's happening. Say you're leaving a long-term relationship with someone you live with, right? You got to move your furniture out. You've got to find a place. You've got to, you know, there's all these things you've got to do. And it's like, I could just stay here in my comfort zone and kind of deal with whatever it is that's toxic here, or that's not working for me, because it's just easier right now. The universe is saying, if you keep saying someday, someday, someday will never come, and you're going to be stuck in this position indefinitely. It's like, I believe it's the 8 of Swords in tarot. It could be the 9, but I think it's the 8, where it's like a self-imposed imprisonment. You are keeping yourself suppressed. You are keeping yourself there. And it's not a judgment or an indictment, because we all do it. You absolutely must step outside of your comfort zone without fear or care of what anyone says or what anyone has to say about it, what anyone has to do with it. It is totally on you. Step outside of that comfort zone and reach out if you need to.
Okay, pound out Madison real quick and you can go.
You know, in the next week or two, I feel like you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to hit you just like I tell everyone. If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, you will know. Oh my gosh. Ted, thank you tremendously so much. I really do appreciate that. That is my paycheck. That pays StreamYard. That pays for Dex. Thank you so much, honestly. You're so sweet. Love my insights. Yay! You guys are all fantastic and amazing. Miss V, thank you for coming in and for getting a reading. Like I said, you are now a gemstone. Welcome anytime. We start at between 7 and 7:15 every single Wednesday, usually without fail. All right, Miss Madison. Head in the clouds. You've got your head in the clouds. You're not at all what you seem. This mind, this body, and this voice will not be stifled by your deviant ways. Yes, I'm singing Fiona Apple, and I'm singing it horribly. You guys are the best. You guys are the actual best. Madison, well, hello up there. How's the view from up there? Are you living in a dreamy, almost obscure day-to-day? Having dreams is what makes the world go round, but don't get so lost in the dream that you forget about reality. It's easy to get lost in the fantasy of it all. While dreaming is amazing, you must take different avenues to get to them, setting and manifesting your intentions. Perhaps a vision board will help you get a little more grounded to manifest your dreams, as opposed to having your head in the clouds and just waiting for your dreams to manifest without taking any real part in making them come true. You guys are always so generous with me. And I wore the Moldavite earrings all weekend. I wore them to RG's graduation. They are just fantastic. Had to go into a small space with a bunch of people I didn't know. And there were other parents of kids I didn't know. And those earrings are one of the things that got me through it. Good night to everyone who's leaving. Miss Madison. I feel like, and again, no judgment, no indictment. We all do it. We're all guilty of it at one time or another. And we all do it probably more often than we would like to think or like to admit. So it's like you want all of these things and you feel like you're working so hard to gain them, to get there. But the universe is asking you to take a minute and really think about, what are you doing to get to where you want to be? What are you doing to manifest your dreams? Working hard to pay the bills, fantastic, awesome. Taking care of your kid, wonderful, tremendous. But what are you doing for Madison's dream? Like my dream, again, I'll talk about it, of writing a book. I couldn't just sit there and do everything and take care of my daily responsibilities and be like, okay, this is going to fall into my lap. The book, it did kind of fall into my lap, but that doesn't usually happen that way. The universe is telling you, you got to put some more oomph into it, because they're waiting to give you the first opportunity, that first little step that I was talking to Lara about, but they can't, because they can't get involved unless we ask. And you're so focused on your daily responsibilities, which is amazing, good for you. But you have to take that extra time. You have to put that extra little oomph into manifesting your dreams. Guys, thank you for everything. Donations, PayPal, Cash App, link to join my Patreon, link to my Amazon wish list gift link for crystals, decks, jewelry, all kinds of stuff and things. Gemma Jade merch at jivecreations.com. If you get some merch, take a picture of yourself with it. I may just send something to the first 15 people who send me pictures with anything. It could be as small as a keychain, as big as a hoodie. Doesn't matter to me. Everything under $40, including shipping in the United States for now. Guys, love you so much. You're tremendous. You're amazing. We will see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I think, for Chillax and Chat. Otherwise, maybe Miss Lara will go on. I'll have to talk with her about that tomorrow because right now I am going to sleep. Yeah, I think that's it. Links to my books, Kindle and paperback on Amazon in the description box. And bye. Yay. End broadcast. Gemma out.